This book will never abuse the protagonist, the system is just a tool. Travel through the fantasy world. Become the master of the Empress before she turned evil. The little apprentice who was abused in every way suddenly found that her master became gentle and powerful, and became more and more hard-mouthed and soft-hearted towards her. Changge, damn system, I don't want to be a scumbag villain. System, born as a scumbag, destined to be a villain. Empress, what should I do if I like my own master? I want to have a sweet love affair with my master, and my master can only. The story begins and we see a boy who is stuck in a formation. And there are very dangerous creatures around him who are ready to kill him. And all those creatures attack that boy. And that boy is begging for help that someone should save him, but there is no one here to save him. And there is clearly fear in his eyes. But then thunder starts in the sky and a shadow comes in front, seeing which a hope arises inside that boy. But his hope was going to break in a short time because that girl was very powerful. And her motive is to kill him, and that girl attacks him and seeing him in pain she starts smiling. And that girl says to him, "Long time no see. Master, your disciple here, pays their respects." And that girl makes him die a very dirty death. And that boy says while dying, "Is it all over? I remember now. I was originally the young master of the Su family in the immortal divine realm, a heavenly prodigy admired by all. Because I collided with the holy maiden of the demon abyss and betrayed the divine realm, I was hunted by the divine realm. I fled to the lower realm and hid in the sword cloud immortal sect, becoming a carefree elder. Strange. This isn't my memory, but it doesn't matter anymore. Have I already died? I'm still alive. And then he finds himself in another place? Not only have I taken over the next 10 years. And then the same girl is on her knees in front of Changge. But seeing her condition, it seems that she is very badly injured, and she looks very helpless. But she says to Changge, "Master, did you have a nightmare? Your disciple will help you wipe your sweat." And Changge looking at Feng Wanqing thinks, Feng Wanqing, the female empress who will be cruel and merciless, slaughtering the world 10 years from now. And now, she's actually my disciple? And Changge gets nervous, sweat starts falling from his face, and seeing Changge's nervousness, Feng Wanqing asks him, Master, what's wrong? Did this disciple do something wrong?" And Changge thinks, according to the original owner's memories, Changge only treated Feng Wanqing as a tool for his cultivation. When the time is right, Changge will use the method of dumb cultivation to seize all her power. Before that, Feng Wanqing must remain a virgin. Therefore, the original owner strongly opposed Feng Wanqing from interacting with other men. Today, the original host caught Feng Wanqing sparring and exchanging techniques with a senior brother from another sect. Furious, the original host lashed out and gave Feng Wanqing a harsh scolding. This poor girl is truly pitiful. And then Changge's system gets activated, but she shows Changge a warning sign, and she says, "The host has developed sympathy for the destined heroine of this world, triggering a red alert. As the host of the super scumbag system, you are forbidden from feeling any pity for the female lead. Feng Wanqing, the super screaming system is now activated." And Changge gets shocked to see the system. And the system gives Changge a mission and tells him, Feng Wanqing has made a mistake. The host must punish her within 3 minutes. Mission rewards: scumbag points plus 100, breakthrough pills x10, failure penalty, minus 10 scumbag points, cultivation level drops by 2 realms plus physical castration. Notice, the host's initial scumbag points are 100. Failure to complete tasks issued by the system will result in the deduction of corresponding points. If points drop to 0, the system will automatically unbind, and the host will die. But Changge gets angry and says, "What the hell? What kind of villain system is this? Is it trying to make him become some kind of super invincible scumbag villain? And what on earth is physical castration supposed to mean?" This dog system has no conscience, and the system tells about Feng Wanqing, name, Feng Wanqing, daughter of fortune, cultivation level, 9th layer of Qi refinement realm, skill, none, martial techniques, cloud-shattering sword style, low-grade human level, cloud-shattering palm, low-grade human level, and Su Changge thinks, as the disciple of a distinguished elder, yet her cultivation is at the lowest chi refining stage. No techniques, worthless martial skills, this useless original host truly didn't teach her anything. And then the system says, "System warning, your time is running out." But Su Changge gets angry and tells the system to keep quiet. And then Su Changge throws something towards Feng Wanqing, which surprises Feng Wanqing, and she falls away. Then Su Changge says to Feng Wanqing, since a mistake was made, punishment should be given. And Su Changge throws a technique towards Feng Wanqing, and that technique is Heaven Tier Technique, Tianyuan Ju. And Su Changge says to Feng Wanqing, under the pretext of sparring, you colluded with a senior brother from another sect to secretly learn the disciplinary hall's martial arts. Your punishment is to copy this Heaven Tier technique, treasured by your master for many years, 10 times. And Feng Wanqing is surprised to see that technique and she thinks, Heaven Tier technique? The entire genuine immortal sect only has 2 Heaven Tier techniques, and master is actually letting me copy one? Is this really a punishment? Then Su Changge stands up and he looks at Feng Wanqing and says to her, if you understand, hurry and leave. And then the system says, congratulations, host. Punishment task completed. Reward, 100 scumbag points, breakthrough pills x10. Special reward for beginner task, supreme spiritual pressure, skill card, upon use, simulates a supreme aura for 1 hour. Limited to once per day. But Su Changge thinks, phew, even though I exploited a system bug, I managed to get through it. And Feng Wanqing gets a little confused seeing Su Changge. But she starts to leave from here and while leaving she says to Su Changge, yes. Thank you, master, for your reward and punishment. And Feng Wanqing thinks, just now, master's palm strike forced out the stagnant blood in my body. Not only have my old injuries healed, but my meridians have also become much clearer. It seems I might soon break through to the 9th level of the chi refining stage, and advance to the foundation building stage. And Feng Wanqing looks back and sees Su Changge going inside his room, and she thinks, could it be, the master is secretly helping me? Thank you, master. And Su Changge is still hiding behind the door, and he is watching Feng Wanqing. And then the system says to Su Changge, Feng Wanqing's affection plus 10, rewarding host 10 scum points. And Su Changge thinks, favorability can also earn points? And Su Changge says to the system, check Feng Wanqing's favorability level. And the system tells, favorability, -99, corruption level, 29%, corruption level above 90%, will result in losing the Daughter of Fortune status. And Su Changge gets very shocked and he says, is favorability actually negative? Su Changge, you bastard? What exactly did you do to her? Then the system says, host, this system needs to remind you that the main storyline mission has been activated. A storyline mission, the greatest villain. The host must alter the plot development of this world and steal the fate points of this world's male and female leads. Hidden mission, assist the heroine Feng Wanqing in falling into darkness. Failure will result in the host losing all cultivation and become a worthless person. But Su Changge gets angry and says, helping the heroine fall into darkness? Isn't this just repeating the same mistakes from the last life? If she falls into darkness, I'm done for. Damn dog system. And then Su Changge notices something. He thinks the mountain gate barrier is fluctuating. Someone has broken in. And Su Changge takes out his sword and starts moving forward rapidly. And we see a girl who is breathing deeply, and she is feeling strange. And she is saying, the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect is here. Just hold on a little longer, help is on the way. I hope someone in the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect can stop that demon. And then Su Changge reaches there, and he looks ahead, and says, who goes there? Why are you forcibly breaking into my Sword Cloud Immortal Sect? And we see a beautiful girl, and she is Shueli, Snow family of the Northern Wilds chief disciple. Early stage of the divine transformation realm. And she calls Su Changge elder brother, and she quickly hugs Su Changge, and she starts undressing her clothes. And she says to Su Changge, save me. But Su Changge is not able to understand what is going on here right now. And seeing Shueli's condition, Changge thinks, from the way she looks, it seems she's been affected by some kind of enchantment poison. I must seal her meridians to prevent the poison from spreading. And Changge uses a technique due to which Shueli falls unconscious. And Changge says the girl's been hurt pretty bad. Let's take her back first, and wait for her to wake up before doing anything else. Then Changge starts taking Shueli towards his room. But someone is secretly keeping an eye on them, and she says, Changge. You fickle, flirtatious scoundrel. And she is one of the elders of the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect, by Yunshin. Then we see Changge trying to remove the poison from Shueli's body. And he says to the system, stupid system, look up the information on Shueli. And the system gives complete information about Shueli. Shueli, chief disciple of the Shui family in the northern wilderness region, early stage of the soul formation realm, the future secret lover of the male protagonist Yi Feng in this world, who sacrifices herself to save him in the ancient secret realm opened by the eternal immortal dynasty. And Changge says the male protagonist of this world. Yi Feng? Damn! I actually bumped into the male protagonist Yi Feng's secret harem? And then Shueli vomits blood and the poison comes out of her body. And seeing this, Shueli is surprised and she is happy too, and she says to Changge, thank you, elder, for saving me. In the future, the Shui family will definitely repay this kindness. And Changge says smilingly, no need to be polite. And as soon as Shueli sees Changge, her eyes start shining and she thinks, a sect elder who is tall, handsome, young, and strong, well, even if I were to dual cultivate with him to detoxify, it wouldn't be too bad. Shueli, what are you thinking? Behave yourself. And then the system says to Changge, Shueli's favorability plus 30, reward 300 villain points, current villain points 360. And Changge thinks, is it really that easy? And Shueli shows her gratitude and says, elder, I'm afraid my presence here may implicate your sect. Your great kindness, I will surely, in the future. But Changge gets a little nervous and he says, in the future? Alright, that's fine. And Changge thinks, what's with this strange and awkward atmosphere? And then someone shouts and says, the insignificant scums of the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect, how dare you hide someone belonging? And as soon as Shueli hears that man's voice, she gets very scared. And Changge is also a little surprised. Then both of them come out. And many disciples also go out and start looking who is creating trouble. And the disciples say, it's the aura of the Ghost Corps Sect. When did the people from the Ghost Corps Sect come to our Sword Cloud Immortal Sect? Is this the Ghost Corps ancestor? It is said that the Ghost Corps ancestor is ferocious and cruel, with a notorious reputation across the 5 major regions. His hands have extinguished countless sects, and have been stained with the blood of many. And Shueli gets very scared because of Ghost Corps ancestor. And she is hiding behind Changge, and Changge is also a little surprised. Then we see Ghost Corps ancestor, who looks really dangerous, and he says, the scoundrels of the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. If you don't hand over the person today, don't blame me for destroying your entire sect. Ghost Corps Sect, Ghost Corps ancestor, mid-stage soul formation realm. And the system tells Changge about Ghost Corps ancestor, plot character, the Ghost Corps ancestor has appeared. Please help Shueli defeat the Ghost Corps ancestor, and earn random villain points. Note: the host can only act at the most critical moment. The higher the style, the more villain points you'll receive as a reward. And Changge thinks, damn style. So troublesome. And then some cultivators come to confront the Ghost Corps ancestor, and they say, don't be so presumptuous. Ghost Corps ancestor, our Sword Cloud Immortal Sect has never interfered with your Ghost Corps Sect. By Yunshin, second elder of the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. Zhao Yunshin, fourth elder of Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. Zhou Yaan, grand elder the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. And Zhou Yaan says, when did our sect hide your people? So Ghost Corps ancestor says, that one underneath, that's the item I've taken a liking to. Hurry and return her, or I'll exterminate your tiny sect without hesitation. And on hearing Ghost Corps ancestor's words, Yunshin becomes angry and says, and she shouts, this little hoof has trespassed into our sect, and should be driven out. Take her away quickly, don't flaunt your power here. But Zhao Yunqin gets a little scared and says, Elder Bai, don't provoke him. Our sect may not have the ability to fight him. Quickly hand the person over and be done with it. But Bai Yunqin shouts at Zhao Yunqin and says to him, Zhao Yunqin, shut up. You coward! And Zhao Yunqin gets scared and says, don't be angry. And the ghost corpse ancestor points his finger towards Bai Yunqin and says to her, I think this little girl of yours is not bad either. You and that girl from the Shui family, come be my dual cultivation partner. If you satisfy me, I might let your sect off the hook. And as soon as Bai Yunqin hears this, she starts looking at Ghost Corpse Ancestor with angry eyes and she shouts, Old bastard! Do you really think the Bai family in the northern wilderness has no supreme expert? If anything happens to me, the Bai family will chase you to the deepest part of hell. And Zhao Yunqin tries to calm Bai Yunqin down and says, Elder Bai, don't be impulsive. Then Shueli gets disappointed and she says, the Ghost Corpse Ancestor is a mid-stage soul formation realm expert. No one in your sect is a match for him. I'm the one who dragged you into this, I'll go with him. And Su Changge thinks, at this moment, my cultivation is being suppressed, and I cannot fight to my fullest. There is a bloodline seal within me planted by a supreme expert of the Su family from the immortal divine realm. This seal conceals my aura, allowing me to avoid detection and pursuit by beings from the immortal divine realm. The cost is that my cultivation level has been suppressed by 2 realms. And then Su Changge remembers something and thinks, wait. I have that thing. Then Su Changge comes in front of Shueli, and he says with confidence, Miss, if I saved you only to send you off to die again, what would the world view our Sword Cloud Immortal sect? Our sect is under the protection of strong cultivators. A mere mid-stage soul formation realm expert is nothing to fear. And Shueli gets a little surprised. And Ghost Corpse Ancestor says, He looks like every one of Sword Cloud Immortal sect is a reckless, short-sighted fool. A mere nascent soul dares to play the hero saving the beauty? This ancestor specializes in treating pretentious fools. And Ghost Corpse Ancestor attacks Su Changge, but then Su Changge uses the reward given by the system, which is Supreme Spiritual Power Pressure, skill card. After use, you can simulate the aura of the Supreme for 1 hour, and can only be used once a day. And Su Changge uses the card and says to her, Do you think you can deal with me? Due to the use of Su Changge's card, a very dangerous aura comes out. And a dangerous Supreme Expert comes to that place. And when Ghost Corpse Ancestor feels that powerful aura, he gets very shocked, his power gets completely suppressed. And seeing this, all 3 people get very shocked. And Zhao Yunqin says this is a level above the soul formation realm. Then the Supreme Expert catches Ghost Corpse Ancestor in his hands, due to which Ghost Corpse Ancestor starts shouting loudly. And the Supreme Expert says to him, Today, I'd like to see who dares to touch the Sword Cloud Immortal sect. And Ghost Corpse Ancestor gets very shocked and he says, Sword Cloud Immortal sect, you have no martial ethics. You actually have the protection of a Supreme Expert. And Su Changge is looking at all these things smilingly, and Shueli is looking at Su Changge with surprise. And Bai Yunqin gets surprised when she sees the Supreme Expert, and she says, We have a Supreme Expert protecting our sect? And Zhao Yunqin also gets surprised to see a Supreme Expert. And Zhou Yuan says, Could it be the protection the sect master deliberately arranged for us while he's away? Then Ghost Corpse Ancestor uses his power and frees himself from the hands of the Supreme Expert. But he gets weak and he thinks, just breaking free from this restriction has already cost me most of my spiritual energy. I'm no match. And he says, I have been very disrespectful. I didn't know that the Sword Cloud Immortal sect had such a powerful expert protecting it. I was reckless. With you here, I would never dare to make a move against the Sword Cloud Immortal sect. My only goal is to get back my item. Then he starts moving fast towards Shueli and he says, This person is not a disciple of the Sword Cloud Immortal sect. I hope the senior will allow it. But Su Changge comes in front of Shueli, and seeing this Shueli gets nervous for Su Changge, but Su Changge says, If I were you, I wouldn't act so recklessly. And looking at Su Changge, Zhao Yunchen says, Su Changge sure knows how to show off at the right moment. With the supreme expert here, that ghost corpse ancestor wouldn't dare to be reckless. He just has to come out and make a show of himself. What a petty person. And ghost corpse ancestor, while attacking Su Changge, says, a mere peak spiritual infant realm cultivator dares to stop me? Courting death. But just then a barrier is formed in front of Su Changge. And Su Changge smilingly says, I was giving you a chance. You're so useless. And just then Ghost Corpse Ancestor's attention goes behind him. And the Supreme Expert makes a dangerous attack on Ghost Corpse Ancestor, due to which a blast occurs there. And Ghost Corpse Ancestor gets seriously injured. And the Supreme Expert says to Su Changge, Your Highness, I have suppressed his cultivation level. This person is now at Your Highness's disposal. And Su Changge says, You may leave. And when all three of them see that the Supreme Expert is following Su Changge's order, all three of them are very surprised. And Zhao Yunchen is in shock, and he says, What? The Supreme Expert actually bowed down and submitted to Su Changge? And Zhao Yunchen's expression changes, and he says with fake laughter, Elder Su is young and accomplished, you can tell he's no ordinary person. Impressive. And Bai Yunchen says, Actually, I still prefer the rebellious version of you from before. And the Ghost Corpse Ancestor, apologizing to Su Changge, says, I was blind and didn't recognize the great you and offended you. Please, my lord, spare my life. From now on, the Ghost Corpse sect will be entirely at your feet, obeying your every command. So Su Changge says, All right, go ahead and leave. And as soon as Ghost Corpse Ancestor hears this, he thanks Su Changge. And he starts leaving from there. But Su Changge is a very cunning person. And he attacks Ghost Corpse Ancestor from behind and kills him, and he says, You, of the Ghost Corpse sect, have committed countless wrongdoings and show no regard for human life. Such bastards dare think they can serve me? And seeing this, Zhao Yunchen and Bai Yunchen start flattering Su Changge, and Zhao Yunchen says, Amazing. Elder Su, I have already said that you are no ordinary person. Every time you make a move, it shakes the heavens and the earth. And Bai Yunchen says, You were just calling him a show-off earlier. But Zhao Yunchen says, Shut up. And Bai Yunchen says, Oh, he also said you are a petty person. And Zhao Yunchen says, I didn't. That's not true. Oh, I beg you, please shut up. And we see Feng Wanqing, and she is thinking, Master has already reached such a realm. Can I keep up with the Master? And then the system says, Success in showing off. Random reward 777 villain points. Shueli's favorability plus 300. Current favorability of Shueli has reached 75. She is now emotionally attached to the host, altering the relationship development between the male lead Yifeng and Shueli. Reward 500 villain points and 500 fate points. And Su Changge thinks Yifeng. That's right. In a few days the Sect's grand competition will take place. At that time, Yifeng and other important characters will make an appearance. My disciple Feng Wanqing's current cultivation is still too low. I need to think of a way. The next day, and Feng Wanqing asks Su Changge, Master, where are you taking me? So Su Changge says, I have a friend from the demon clan who, wishing to avoid the infighting over the sect master position, hid with me here at the back mountain lake. I brought you here to let her help you improve your cultivation. Where did she go? And then someone attacks Su Changge from the lake, but it does not make any difference to Su Changge, and Su Changge says to her, Is it fun? And we see a cute little girl, and she says, Haha, Su Changge, have you finally made up your mind to come to the ancient demon realm with me? I've said it before, come with me, and you'll be the Dragon King. And Su Changge says, What Dragon King? You're clearly a snake. And Sister Yaan says, Nonsense. I'm a dragon. And Su Changge says, I'm here for something else this time. The Sect's grand competition is coming up soon, but my discipline's cultivation is too low, and the martial arts techniques and skills she has just learned are not yet proficient. Sister Yaan, don't you have the Demon Dragon clan's body refining divine technique? I was hoping you could teach it to her. And Sister Yaan looks at Su Changge carefully, and she says, I didn't expect you like this type. But Su Changge gets a little confused. Then Sister Yaan comes out of the lake. And she comes in her original form, half of her body is like a snake, and she says, once I break through to the Supreme Realm, I'll be able to transform into a human form. At that time, I won't lose to this sister in front of me, then I can do whatever I want, right? And seeing Sister Yaan so close to him, Changge gets a little nervous, and sweat starts dripping from his face. But he says, Yao, Sister Yaan, don't joke around, let's talk about this later. And the system says to Changge, side quest announcement, please raise Yalan's favorability to 80 or above, help her break into the Supreme Realm, and at the moment she advances, seize the demon dragon bloodline from her body and extract her dragon bone. Completion reward, 10,000 villain points, 10,000 fate points, failure penalty, deduct 10,000 villain points, 10,000 fate points. And Changge thinks, damn system, you don't do anything to side with people. In the previous life, the person Yaan trusted the most was Changge. But Changge's goal was her dragon bone. He ambushed her when she was advancing, forcibly digging out her dragon bone. Then Changge leaves Feng Wanqing and starts running away from here. But while leaving he says, Sister Yaan, I'll leave my little disciple to you. Wanqing, make sure to listen carefully to what Sister Yaan says. And Changge leaves. And Sister Yaan says to Feng Wanqing, quit staring. And Sister Yaan comes very close to Feng Wanqing, and Feng Wanqing gets a little nervous and she asks, what are you planning to do? So Sister Yaan says, since your master has entrusted you to me, you must listen to what I say. If not, a weakling like you will sooner or later be left behind by your master. Taking off your clothes is for better absorption of demon dragon's essence blood and refining the body. Also I'm not a man, so why are you still afraid I'll take advantage of you? And Feng Wanqing thinks about Changge. Then she starts to take off her clothes and she thinks, I must become stronger. And with the help of Sister Yaan, Feng Wanqing starts absorbing the energy of the demon dragon's spiritual body. A few days later, on the day of the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect's Grand Competition. Sword Cloud Immortal Sect's main branch. And Zhao Yunshin is surprised to see such a huge crowd and he says, so many people have actually come to watch our sect's internal competition. This is truly an unprecedented spectacle, nothing like we've ever seen before. The supreme expert has emerged, and forces from all sides have come upon hearing the news. They are all here for Elder Su, and we're just here to share in the glory. And then someone says, look, it's the three great families of the northern wilderness region. And Shueli says to her father, Father, esteemed family heads, please. Then we see some powerful families, Hong family, Hong Wanming, Bai family, Bai Tong, Shui family, Shui Longqing. And seeing these people, some people say, oh, heavens! Even the family heads have all come. The Sword Cloud Immortal Sect's prestige is truly impressive, and Shueli's father says, Liuli, you are fortunate to have made a connection with the Supreme Elder of Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. It is rumored that this elder is not only young but also has a high cultivation level. When will you introduce your father to him? And Shueli says, Father, please don't speak recklessly. Then we see a group, and looking at those people, some people say, it's the Demons Slaying Alliance. They've come too. And he is vice leader of the Demons Slaying Alliance, Wei Kuan. The three great families of the northern wilderness region, the Demons Slaying Alliance, and all the major sects have gathered here. Ever since the Supreme Expert appeared, all the sects have come to court favor. No one wants to offend the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. Then we see a man in black clothes among the crowd and he says, Shueli, it's been a while, and now, the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect's annual grand competition begins. Then a fight starts between many disciples, and some lose and some win. But Feng Wanqing keeps moving ahead, defeating everyone with great ease. Then Feng Wanqing faces Liu in the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect Annual Grand Competition Final, Feng Wanqing vs Liu. And Changge thinks, after being refined by Yao Lan, Feng Wanqing's potential has been stimulated to a certain extent, so it's no surprise that she made it to the finals. After all, she is destined to become the Empress in the future. And Liu says, Junior sister, we will meet again. How was what I taught you back then, was it useful? If it weren't for my guidance, you would have already been eliminated in the first round. But Feng Wanqing gets ready to fight with Liu. But Liu starts imagining something different and thinks, what guidance? You just used the opportunity to take advantage of me. You hypocrite. Then he moves Feng Wanqing's sword aside and says, Junior sister, just give up, you're no match for me in terms of strength. Why not find a secluded place tonight? Senior brother will teach you a few more in-depth techniques. I guarantee you'll feel ecstatic. But Feng Wanqing does not show any interest in Liu's words. Instead, she directly attacks Liu with the sword and cuts his cheek. Seeing this, Liu gets very angry and he also attacks Feng Wanqing and says, You actually dare to harm my beautiful face. And a fight starts between them, and Feng Wanqing very easily stops Liu's attack and pushes him away. And Wei Kun is observing this thing closely and he thinks, this female disciple, there's a faint demon clan scent on her. Even though it's barely there, it can't deceive me, the vice leader of the demon-slaying alliance. And Su Changge thinks, shit. This fool bumped into Feng Wanqing's muzzle. Is this the beginning of Feng Wanqing's descent into darkness? And Zhou Yuan says, this female disciple was barely noticeable before. In just a few days, she has shown such incredible progress. It seems Elder Su has put in a lot of effort on her. And Feng Wanqing attacks Liu several times and makes several cuts on his body, due to which Liu gets very angry and he thinks, how could this girl have improved her cultivation to such an extent in just a few days? If I lose, how am I supposed to show my face in the future? And Liu attacks Feng Wanqing in anger. But Feng Wanqing was easily stopping Liu's attack. But then Feng Wanqing notices something and she sees that Liu has a hidden weapon in his hand. And Liu attacks Feng Wanqing with the hidden weapon, but Feng Wanqing easily destroys his hidden weapon. But still Liu gets a chance to attack Feng Wanqing. And Feng Wanqing dodges Liu's attack with great difficulty. But Feng Wanqing gets a chance due to which she attacks between Liu's legs and breaks his egg very easily. And Feng Wanqing calmly starts looking at Liu. And Liu's egg has already broken due to which he becomes unconscious. And seeing this the disciples say, such brutality. This could ruin a fellow disciple's future. We, the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect, are a distinguished and upright sect. How can we allow such underhanded move on others? Are you blind? It's obviously Liu who made the underhanded move first. You're talking nonsense. You're just dazzled by this woman's beauty. Big upset. The champion of this year's competition is Feng Wanqing. And Feng Wanqing's hand probably gets hurt, but she smiles and thinks, Master, I won. Finally, I didn't let you down. And Su Changge also looks at Feng Wanqing and he says, Humph. Not bad. But then the color of the sky starts changing and purple thunder starts flowing from the sky. And we see a dragon in the sky. Then someone says the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect claims to be a distinguished and upright sect, yet some of its disciples use underhanded tactics and dirty moves. How amusing! How amusing! So many people are gathered here today. Is it all to welcome me, the Crown Prince? And Zhao Yunxin is surprised to feel that aura and he says this. This demonic aura, could it be the Crown Prince of the Demon Clan, Emode Daotian? And Zhou Yuan says, why is the Crown Prince of the Demon Clan coming to our sect? And one elder says, that person is ranked 3rd on the Heaven and Earth Demon list, an absolute ruthless being, we stand no chance against him. And the other elder says, what's going on here? And the black dress man says, you're finally here, I've been waiting for you for a long time. And a very dangerous purple thunder is coming out from the dragon. And Emode Daotian stands on top of that dragon, and he says, the Sect's grand competition is happening today, and I'm sure there are bound to be some great prizes. As the Crown Prince, I'm quite interested, what should we do? And Zhao Yunxin says, don't panic. The protective barrier of our Sword Cloud Immortal Sect isn't just for show. There's no way he can break through the barrier. But then Emode Daotian's dragon breaks the barrier very easily. And seeing this Zhao Yunxin gets very shocked, and Emode Daotian says, such puny barrier. How laughable! And he enters the arena. And a dangerous demonic aura is coming out from inside him, feeling which Feng Wanqing gets shocked. And Emode Daotian laughingly says, 10 seconds, irrelevant personnel, leave quickly. And he starts counting down, and then the system says to Changge, System Quest Notification. Quest: prevent the Crown Prince of the Demon Clan from entering the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect, and defeat him in front of everyone. Seize the opportunity from the male protagonist Yi Feng to flaunt his superiority. And Changge says, damn system, causing trouble for me again. Then Mo Doutian's countdown ends, and all the people present at that place start running away in fear, and they say, run. I still want to live. I originally came here to suck up booty, didn't expect to find myself under the Demon Clan's Crown Prince's deadly gaze. My apologies. The mother pig at my house is about to give birth. I need to go back and help. And Zhou Yuan says, Elder Su, activate the Sect's grand formation. The few of us old folks together might still be able to fight him. But Changge says, you can't. And Zhao Yunqin gets angry at Changge and says, what did you say? But Zhou Yuan says this. You're right, we can't. Then Mo Doutian's attention goes towards Feng Wanqing, and he sees Feng Wanqing and feels her aura, and he thinks, this woman, she has a bloodline aura that's not like any ordinary one. If nurtured properly, she might bring surprises in the future. Then Mo Doutian holds Feng Wanqing's cheeks and tells her, this little girl's methods are quite in line with the style of my demon clan. It's truly a waste for her to stay here. Why not come to the demon clan with me? You might just become the next heavenly demoness. But Feng Wanqing tells Mo Doutian, so ugly, no thanks. And Mo Doutian gets very shocked when he hears about himself from Feng Wanqing's mouth. And he tells Feng Wanqing, I, the Crown Prince, am clearly the most handsome in the demon realm. Woman, is your brain not working, or are you blind? Don't regret it later. Today, you are cold and dismissive toward me, but someday, you'll find me way out of your league. Well, it doesn't matter. When this Crown Prince slaughters everyone here, excavates your sect's spiritual veins, and seizes your cultivation techniques and treasures, you will naturally come with me. However, let's not say this Crown Prince didn't give you a chance. If you serve this Crown Prince as a servant for 3 years, I'll let you go today. How about it? And Zhao Yunqin gets very shocked and thinks, slaughter everyone. Excavate the spiritual veins. Seize the treasures. But he says, well, serving as a servant for 3 years. This proposal is not bad. Not only can we sidestep the deadly edge and protect our sect today, but we can also infiltrate the demon clan, and know ourselves and our enemies for future battles, ensuring that we will never be defeated. But Bai Yunqin punches Zhao Yunqin hard and says to him, you coward! You're so desperate to act like a servant. How about I let you experience it first? And then Changge comes there and he says, excuse me, but my disciple here doesn't seem very interested in your demon clan. You'd better leave. And Feng Wanqing becomes happy seeing Changge. But then Mo Doutian gets ready to attack Changge and he says, a mere sect elder, dare to provoke me, the Crown Prince. And Mo Doutian makes a dangerous attack on Changge. But Changge is not tense at all, he smiles. And uses a technique and says to him, let's see if you can handle this. And because of Changge's technique, the swords of all the disciples fly and go to Changge's formation. And Changge destroys Mo Doutian's attack very easily by controlling all those swords. Then Mo Doutian stops Changge's attack and he says, if you're not good, just train more. Challenging me with your early stage of the soul formation realm is truly laughable. But then Changge comes behind Mo Doutian and says to him, looking at everything from the perspective of the realm will only blind you. And Mo Doutian gets shocked, and he starts getting nervous. At the same time he thinks, when did he get here? And Changge gets ready to attack Mo Doutian and he thinks, although my cultivation is suppressed, the cultivation technique I cultivate is the divine grade technique that refines ordinary spiritual energy within the body into something far more potent. And Changge attacks Mo Doutian, and the hit falls directly on Mo Doutian, due to which Mo Doutian gets injured. But then Changge again attacks him, and this time he attacks Mo Doutian's face, and starts rubbing his face with his leg and tells him, don't move or your neck might snap. Taking a deep breath, feeling dizzy is normal. And then the system says, System Quest completed. Defeat the Crown Prince of the Demon Clan, and sees the opportunity from the male protagonist Feng to flaunt his superiority. Successful. Reward the host with 500 villain points, and 1000 fate points, current villain points, 1937. And Mo Daotian abuses Su Changge and says, "Ugh! You son of a, you hid your cultivation deliberately to trick me into underestimating you. I was careless and didn't dodge. You don't adhere to martial virtues." And the disciples are very shocked and they say, "The crown prince of the demon clan was unexpectedly defeated with just one move. Whoa! Such terrifying strength." And the man in black dress says, "Sword Cloud Immortal Sect actually has such a person?" But Mo Daotian starts shouting and he says, "You cheat! You liar! You are shameless! If you're capable, let go of me. Let's settle this fairly and squarely." And Su Changge accepts Mo Daotian's point and says to him, "Come on then." And Mo Daotian is surprised and he says, "He really let go of me. My clothes are torn today. The fight won't be graceful. I'll let you off for now. If the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect offers me 2 heaven-grade techniques to compensate for my clothes, I'll pretend nothing ever happened." And Su Changge laughs at Mo Daotian and says, "Is this some kind of ruse, an attempt to save your face?" And Mo Daotian says, "My precious demonic battle outfit is a masterpiece, handcrafted by a renowned artisan, and totally in trend of seasonal fashion. Demanding 2 of your cultivation techniques is already a generous offer." And just then someone attacks Mo Daotian from behind. And he is that same black dress man. And Su Changge is surprised to see the black dress man, and all 3 of them are also surprised. And Mo Daotian says to the black dress man, "Which bastard dares to pull a sneak attack on me?" And Su Changge has a small smile on his face, and he thinks, "You finally showed up. The male protagonist set in this world, my formidable opponent as a villain, heaven's chosen of the Azure Dragon's sacred land. Feng." And Mo Daotian says, "It's one thing if I can't beat that Su guy, but do you really think any random nobody can just come and trample on me?" And the man in black dress gets angry and starts beating Mo Daotian with his feet, which makes Mo Daotian scream in pain. Then the man shows his face, and he is Feng, Holy Sun candidate of the Azure Dragon's sacred land, mid-stage supreme realm. And everyone is surprised to see Feng. And Shueli's father says, "Feng, the Holy Sun candidate of the Azure Dragon's sacred land, how could he be here?" And Bai Yunqin and Zhao Yunqin greet Feng and say, "Sword Cloud Immortal Sect greets the revered Holy Sun Yi." And the heads of both the families say, "The family head of the Hong family, Shui family, and by family from the northern wilderness region, we greet Holy Sun Yi." And Feng says, "Thank you all for your courtesy." And Zhao Yunqin starts flattering Feng and he says, "If we had known the Holy Sun was here, we wouldn't have been in such a sorry state. But we're curious, what brings Holy Sun Yi to grace us with his presence?" And Feng says, "The task for this year's Holy Sun assessment from Azure Dragon's sacred land is Mo Daotian. My purpose here is to catch him." And then Mo Daotian's dragon attacks Feng, but Feng attacks the dragon, because of which the dragon turns into a small stone. And seeing this, Mo Daotian gets scared. And Feng says to Mo Daotian, "Perhaps taking your head back would be faster." And Mo Daotian says, wait a second. I think going back with you myself would be faster. My head is super tough and heavy, it's really troublesome." But then someone breaks Feng's chain, and the one who breaks Feng's chain is Su Changge. And Su Changge breaks his chain with just a small stone, and Feng asks Su Changge, What do you mean by that?" And Feng thinks, "To be able to disarm me with just a stone? This person isn't simple." And Su Changge gets a random quest from the system, and the system says, "System random quest issued. Quest: save Mo Daotian from Feng, and sabotage Feng's Holy Sun assessment task completion reward. 500 villain points, 5,000 failure penalty. Deduct 500 villain points, reduce cultivation by 2 realms." And Su Changge says, "Sorry, I can't let him die on the territory of our Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. Otherwise, if the demon clan comes to seek revenge in the future, many of us will die." So Feng says, "You're right, I did not consider that. On hearing Su Changge's words, Mo Daotian is a bit surprised and he thinks, Condition 1. That Su Guy seems stronger than Yi Feng. Condition 2. That Su Guy said I can't die here. Conclusion. As long as I stay here, Yi Feng can't do anything to me. Master, I understand now. Then Mo Daotian says to Yi Feng with an attitude, Yi Feng, if it weren't for me being slightly injured today, I would have definitely hung you up and thrashed you, you so-called holy son of the Azure Dragon's sacred land. And Yi Feng glares at Mo Daotian, because of which Mo Daotian gets scared and he says, You better not do anything. If you lay a hand on me again, I swear I'll die here with Little Black, and when the big shots of my demon clan investigate this matter, none of you will be able to escape. And Yi Feng says, Alright, I'll let you off the hook for now, I'll make my move once you leave the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. However, there is still one thing that needs an explanation. Why does this disciple of the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect exude the aura of the demon clan? And Yi Feng turns the sword towards Feng Wanqing, which surprises Feng Wanqing and she gets a little scared. And Zhou Yuan says, Demon clan? No way. And Zhao Yunqian says, Yeah, is there some misunderstanding? And then Wei Kun comes forward and he says, Holy Sun is right. She can deceive others, but she can't deceive us, the Demons Slaying Alliance. She indeed has the aura of the demon clan on her, she must be eliminated today. And some people start talking. I was under the impression that the Demon Slaying Alliance was here to integrate themselves with the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect, but I didn't expect them to be looking for a confrontation. It is said that the Demon Slaying Alliance is ruthless toward the Demon Clan. This female disciple is in deep trouble. Since both Holy Sun Yi and the Vice Leader have said so, it must be true. Feng Wang's cultivation level was never high to begin with, and suddenly she wins the grand competition. Something definitely isn't right. You demonists, go to hell. Ugh, colluding with the demon clan. What a trash. And Wei Kun says, Today, as the vice leader of the alliance, I'll enforce justice on behalf of heaven. And Su Changge says to the system, Stupid system, let me ask you, if I take action now, will it disrupt Feng Wang's descent into darkness? And the system says, helping the female protagonist, Feng Wanqing, turn evil is one of the host's main quests. I advise you to back off and mind your own business. Also, I am not a stupid system. And Su Changge says, No, I am helping her to gain her trust so that in the future, I can screw her over big time, driving her further into darkness. And the system says, Clever. Truly clever and evil. This idea is amazing. And Su Changge says, Stupid system, with a puny-ass brain. And then Mo Daotian comes in front of Wei Kun. Wei Kun says, Mo Daotian, what are you doing? But Mo Daotian says, Are you seeking death? You dare to lay a hand on Master Su's disciple. And Mo Daotian says to Su Changge, Master Su, did I do well? But Su Changge remains silent, and Wei Kun says, Elder Su didn't say anything, so don't stir up trouble here. And then Su Changge Wei Kun comes behind him, and he releases his aura. And Feng Wanqing is also seeing this, and there is a little tear in her eyes. And Su Changge says to Wei Kun, Since when has it been someone else's turn to teach a lesson? And when Wei Kun feels Su Changge's dangerous pressure, he gets scared and says in fear, Su, Elder Su, may I have misunderstood? And then Su Changge makes an instant face change and laughingly says, Speaking of it, this is my fault. Yesterday, while cultivating, I refined a drop of the demon dragon's essence blood for her, which caused a misunderstanding among you all. But then Mo Daotian attacks Wei Kun and says to him, Without fully understanding the situation, you acted against Master Su's disciple. Die. Ha ha. I've finally found someone I can beat, and Mo Daotian starts beating Wei Kun badly. Then Yi Feng says, Elder Su, since this is all just a misunderstanding, let's shake hands and make peace. Please do it as a favor to me. And Su Changge says, Since Holy Sun Yi has spoken, naturally, we will listen. Crown Prince of the Demon Clan, please calm down, it's wiser not to jeopardize the peace. And as soon as Mo Daotian hears Su Changge's words, he lets go of Wei Kun. And he tells them, Get lost. And Wei Kun's companions catch him, and they say, Thank you, Holy Sun Yi. Thank you, Elder Su. We apologize for our rudeness today. Farewell. The demon-slaying alliance will seek forgiveness later. And they start taking Wei Kun with them. But Mo Daotian has beaten Wei Kun very badly, and tears are falling from his eyes, and he says, Sword Cloud Immortal Sect, Su Changge. This grudge, I, Wei Kun, will definitely repay. Then Zhou Yuan says, Alright, now that the misunderstanding is cleared, there's nothing more to worry about. Everyone, please tidy up. The Sword Cloud Immortal Sect will make sure to treat you all with the utmost hospitality. And Yi Feng's attention goes towards Shueli, and he greets Shueli's father and says to him, Patriarch Shui. Yi Feng pays his respects. And Shueli's father says, Huh? Such great courtesy from the Holy Sun, how can this old man possibly be worthy of it? And Yi Feng says, Patriarch Shui, do you remember saving a severely injured young man several years ago? That's me. At that time, I was going through training and could not use my real appearance or real name. It's not surprising that you couldn't recognize me. And as soon as the two family heads behind Shueli's father hear Yi Feng's words, they get very shocked. And Shueli's father laughingly says, Oh. It turns out that person was Holy Sun Yi. The Shui family is fortunate to have been able to help Holy Sun Yi. At the same time, Shueli's father is very happy inside and he thinks, We've struck gold. We've struck gold. Having the Holy Sun on our side means the Shui family is destined to thrive. And the heads of the two families talk to each other, and the first man says, Oh heavens! The Shui family has established a connection with the Azure Dragon's sacred land, and the second man says, Does this mean the three great families of the northern wilderness region will now be led by the Shui family? I refuse to accept this. And Yi Feng says to Shueli, Miss Liuli, it's been so long. But Shueli does not respond to Yi Feng, because her attention is on Su Changge. And Yi Feng also notices this. And Mo Daotian says to Su Changge, Once Master Su made his move, the issue was resolved. As expected of you, you're amazing. And Su Changge says, It's everyone being considerate towards me. And Yi Feng looks at Su Changge, and he thinks, that Su Changge, is he the one she has feelings for? And then Shueli's father says to Shueli, Lear, how can you be so rude? Holy Sun Yi is speaking to you. And Shueli says, Oh. It's just a small favor, I've already forgotten, the Holy Sun doesn't need to worry about it. And Yi Feng thinks so. You've already forgotten? Then Shueli starts going towards Su Changge, and seeing this her father says, Lear, what Lear means we don't seek anything in return. Holy Sun, please don't misunderstand. Liuli, come back. But Shueli says, That's it then. I have matters to attend to, you go ahead. And Shueli holds Su Changge's hand and says to him, Let's go, my father wants to meet you. And Su Changge is surprised when he hears that Shueli wants to meet her father. And Yi Feng is getting very angry, but he can't do anything. Then the scene shifts to the tea room. Su Changge and Shueli's father are sitting together. And Su Changge asks Shueli's father, Tell me, why did the head of the Shui family request to meet with me alone? But Shueli's father is a little nervous and sweat is falling down his face. But he thinks, while Liuli is indifferent to the Holy Sun, she holds Elder Su in special regard. Having offended the Holy Sun, we cannot afford to lose Elder Su's support. Then he says, Then, I'll speak frankly. My daughter, Lear, was poisoned and accidentally wandered into the ghost sect, but was saved by you. After she recovered, she refused to go back and instead called me, her father, here. Her feelings, I think, are clear to you, Elder Su. If you're also interested in Lear, I am willing to have her stay here and serve you. There is only one request. I hope to gain an opportunity to advance to the Supreme Realm from Elder Su. But Su Changge remains silent, and is enjoying his tea, and seeing this Shueli's father gets angry, but he does not say anything. On the other side, back mountain, and Feng Wanqing is thinking, I actually won first place in the grand competition. I need to go tell Sister Yaolan and thank her in person. And then Feng Wanqing sees Yi Feng in front of her, and she thinks, why hasn't he left yet? The matter from before has already been explained clearly by the master. And Yi Feng says, Don't worry, I'm not here to cause you trouble. And Feng Wanqing says, in that case, Wanqing has nothing to say to the Holy Sun, I'll take my leave. But Yi Feng blocks Feng Wanqing's way and says to her, have you never wondered, with your master's strength, why did he choose to take you, someone with such poor cultivation, as his disciple? You are the 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix body from ancient legends, bearing a trace of the bloodline of the 9 Nether Empress. Once the bloodline awakens, even the greatest prodigies of the divine realm will pale in comparison. At that time, Changge will take advantage of the opportunity to seize your bloodline and destroy your emperor body, leaving no one in the world who can stand against him. That's his goal. Come with me to the Azure Dragon's sacred land. I can help you awaken the bloodline within you. I swear by the name of the Holy Son of the Azure Dragon's sacred land, I will not betray your trust. But Feng Wanqing says, I thought the Holy Son of the Azure Dragon's sacred land would be exceptionally wise. I didn't expect. You have your foolish moments too. Does the Holy Sun think I'll believe in you, whom I've met in passing, or in my master, whom I've known for so many years? Your scheme to sow discord is far from clever. Farewell. And Feng Wanqing leaves from there, and seeing this Yi Feng says, refusing my offer. And then someone says to him, I already said, you could just take her away, but you insist on keeping up the reputation of the Azure Dragon's sacred land? People like you, who think too highly of themselves, are so troublesome. But Yi Feng asks the spirit master to keep quiet. Then the scene shifts, and we see Changge and Shueli, and Shueli asks Changge, how is it? What did my father say to you? So Changge tells, your father sold you to me. What do you think we should do? So Shueli says shyly, since it's like this, then from now on, Lioli will stay by your side and won't go anywhere else, from the moment Elder Su saved me back then. I have long regarded myself as someone belonging to Elder Su in my heart, and the system says to Changge, Shueli's favorability increased by 5, currently, Shueli's favorability towards the host has reached above 80. The host has completely destroyed the development of the romantic relationship between the male protagonist Yi Feng and Shueli. Randomly rewarding 666 villain points, Yi Feng's fate and fortune have been damaged, rewarding 2,000 fate points. And Changge thinks, Yi Feng, oh Yi Feng, don't say I snatched away your love unfairly. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself for not being capable enough, or blame this damn system and world. On the other side, back mountain, a huge skeleton skull is attacking Feng Wanqing, and he is saying, little girl, stop running. Come with us to the Azure Dragon's sacred land. I am a fragment of an ancient divine weapon, having traversed the heavens and earth for 3,000 years, yet I have never encountered such a heaven-defying physique and bloodline like yours. As long as you come with me, I'll ensure you will dominate the world in the future. But Feng Wanqing tells him, get lost. So the skeleton skull says, then I'll have to resort to force, and he starts putting pressure on Feng Wanqing. And just then Mo Daotian comes there, and he says, even Yi Feng didn't dare to touch Changge's discipline. You sure have some nerve. And seeing Mo Daotian, Feng Wanqing thinks, what's he doing here? And Mo Daotian comes in front of Feng Wanqing. Then the skeleton says, whoa. This reckless kid hasn't left yet, I'll leave it to you. And Yi Feng says, Mo Daotian, I gave you time to recuperate, but you still come to meddle in other people's affairs. It seems you really have no desire to live anymore. And listening to Yi Feng, Mo Daotian hides behind Feng Wanqing and he says, I'm only here to protect Master Su's disciple. Don't do anything reckless. If this little girl gets hurt by mistake, Master Su will definitely not let you off. Then Yi Feng says, Feng Wanqing, do you still not get it? If Su Changge truly cared for you, how could you be in your current state? Moreover, the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect doesn't have the resources to nurture someone like you. And on hearing his words, Feng Wanqing becomes a little sad, but she says, stop trying to mislead me. I won't believe a word of it. And I also refuse to go with you. And just then someone comes there and says, since the Holy Sun holds the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect in such disdain. And as soon as Feng Wanqing hears that voice, she becomes happy. And she comes to know that Changge has come here to save her. And Changge says to Yi Feng, our sect will not entertain you today. Please leave. And seeing Su Changge in front of him, the skeleton skull says, Su Changge, since you don't truly intend to take that young girl as your disciple, then don't stand in the way of her ascent to greatness. And on hearing his words, Su Changge gets angry, and he moves forward to attack that skull, and a strong punch is about to hit him, and he says, a mere fragment of a divine weapon, dare to run amok. And Su Changge hits a strong punch on the skeleton skull, due to which the skeleton skull gets destroyed into pieces. And after destroying it, Su Changge becomes very happy, and starts showing his power, and he says, then I'll make sure to shatter you completely. And Yi Feng becomes silent, he is staring at Su Changge. Then Su Changge says to him, you get out of here, and after listening to Su Changge, Yi Feng leaves from here. And Mo Daotian becomes very happy, and he says laughingly, what a wimp. Get lost already, or I'll kick this shit out of you. But then Su Changge kicks Mo Daotian, and throws him away, and he says, the same goes for you too. Then Su Changge turns back and looks at Feng Wanqing, and Feng Wanqing gets a little surprised. After this, Su Changge tells her to leave from here, and both of them start leaving from here. Nighttime, demons slaying city. Then we see some assassins who are hiding and going somewhere. Then we see a master, and he is Jian Tianxing, Sect Master of Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. Then the assassins attack the Sect Master, and the Sect Master gets a little shocked seeing them. Then we see Wei Kuan, and the assassins have brought the head of the Sect Master to him, and they say, Vice Leader, the Sect Master of the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect has been eliminated. And Wei Kuan says, good. Anva Wei, just as you desired, Jian Xingtian has been eliminated by our alliance. With this, the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect is now leaderless, and will surely suffer a major blow. No other force can stand in the way of our plans now. Then Anva Wei says, Vice Leader, what an ingenious plan. So Wei Kuan says, spreading the news, in 3 days, the Northern Sky Secret Realm will open above our demon-slaying alliance. At that time, all the outstanding disciples from the Northern Sky region will gather in our demon-slaying city. Once the plan of Anva Wei is successfully carried out, the entire Northern Sky region will look to our demon-slaying alliance as its leader, and the soldiers say, yes. Demon-slaying alliance. We will dominate the Northern Sky. And Anva Wei thinks, these useless fools are so easy to deceive. Once our Imperial Princess is resurrected, you will truly experience what fear feels like. These mere 5 great regions are too weak to even be noticed by the heavenly demonic clan. Then the scene shifts, Sword Cloud Immortal Sect Conference Hall. And Zhou Yuan gets very angry, and he breaks the cup shouting, and he says, this is going too far. The Sword Cloud Immortal Sect and the Demon-Slaying Alliance have always kept to themselves and never interfered with each other. Just because their vice leader made a fool of himself in our sect, they plotted to kill our sect master. This is utterly outrageous. And Bai Yinshin says, that fool Wei Kun could never have killed the sect master on his own. There must be other forces involved behind the scenes. In 3 days, the Northern Sky Secret Realm will open in Demon-Slaying City. There may be some connection between these 2 events. And Zhou Yunshin says, what Elder Bai said is correct. I heard that the leader of the Demon-Slaying Alliance, Wei Kuan's father, has been in seclusion for many years and is about to reach the Supreme Realm. Perhaps he has secretly left his seclusion and is plotting something. Moreover, since they dared to kill our sect master, they must have already planned how to deal with us. And Zhou Yuan says, yes, exactly. Clearly, this is an attack against us. What should we do now, Elder Su? Then Su Changge, after listening to all of them, says, from both a personal and logical standpoint, the sect master's death must be avenged. Even if the demon-slaying alliance has set up traps, we must go. If we're intimidated, we'll play right into their hands. The first thing we can't do is lose the momentum. In 3 days, the Northern Sky Secret Realm will open. Although it is a trap, it is also a huge opportunity. All the spiritual infant realm and above disciples in the sect will go. As for the demon-slaying alliance's people, I will personally deal with them. And Zhou Yuan says, then, Elder Su, we leave this matter to you. And Zhou Yunshin says, the sect master has fallen, and we cannot be without a leader. Elder Su possesses both strength and prestige, making him the perfect candidate for the new sect master. I propose the Elder Su as the new sect master. And Bai Yunshin says I agree. At this moment, if Elder Su can withstand the pressure and stand up to take on this heavy responsibility, the righteous people in the martial world will definitely stand by our side. And all three say, we greet the new sect master, and Su Changge thinks smilingly, the paths of righteousness and evil have already become one. After some time, Su Changge is sitting in his room and he is thinking, the Northern Sky Secret Realm is the first major opportunity after rebirth. For all cultivators, it is a place they must visit. I must prepare thoroughly. Then Su Changge opens the system window and looks at it, and it says, spend 10,000 fate points to exchange for 2 Supreme Golems. And the system says, congratulations to the host for obtaining Supreme Golem 2. Though possessing the Supreme Realm, this golem lacks both cultivation techniques and combat experience. It still needs the host to carefully nurture it in order to unleash its full potential. And Su Changge says, cultivation techniques? That's easy. Keep exchanging. Heaven-grade cultivation techniques. Infuse. With cultivation and techniques in place, the next step is actual combat experience and honing skills. Soul control technique. After some time, somewhere in the center of the continent, both golems come out and look at a city, and one of the golems says, Myriad Spirit Realm, Myriad Spirit Divine Sect. The Myriad Spirit Realm is located at the center of the continent, far from the Northern Sky region. Causing trouble here won't have much of an impact. And as soon as the people of the city see both the golems, they get very shocked and start getting scared, and a man shouts, enemy attack, enemy attack. Myriad Spirit Divine Sect, prepare for battle. And an elder comes with some people to fight with both the golems, and the elder says, who dares to be so bold? Intruding upon our Myriad Spirit Divine Sect's territory and exuding such a strong, ominous presence. Apprehend them quickly. And Su Changge thinks, I have no grudges or enmity with you, but I need to find someone to practice my skills on. Consider yourselves unlucky. And then someone opens the door of Su Changge's room and comes in, and we see that it is Shueli, and Shueli has come to meet Su Changge, that too at night. But something is wrong. On the other side, the golem is fighting with those people and killing them badly. And seeing this, everyone is surprised that both these golems are very powerful. And both the golems again use their power and start sucking the blood of all of them, and many soldiers are apologizing to both the golems to spare their lives. But the golem kills those people badly. Then both the golems say, exterminating a sect, familiarizing oneself with cultivation techniques and actual combat, steadying your cultivation and making rapid progress. Only one step left. Then one golem starts going rapidly towards the sky and he says, Finger of the Mystic Insight. Myriad Thunder, aid me. The dower of thunder flows through my body. With a righteous voice. Shave the heavens, with this power, crush the myriad armies. And both the golems again come to Su Changge. Then we see inside Su Changge's room and here Shueli is in a mood to romance and she says, Elder, you finally? And Su Changge says, little troublemaker, I just finished over there and now you're making me busy over here. Watch how I punish you. Then they both spend quality time together. 3 days later, Demon Slaying City. Some cultivators say, the Demon Slaying Alliance is opening the Northern Sky Secret Realm today. It's full of treasures inside. Hurry up. The people from Sword Cloud Immortal Sect have gone ahead. We can't let them gain the upper hand. Then we see Su Changge's team and Bai Yunshin shouts, Wei Kun, you have killed the sect master of the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect without any justification. Our sect won't let you off. And Wei Kun says, Heh? Not let me off? The Sword Cloud Immortal Sect is now carrying out underhanded deeds without any discretion. How can you still have the audacity to question me? Brazenly parading around with a snake demon. Jian Xingtian and the entire Sword Cloud Immortal Sect have been colliding with the demon clan and this snake demon is the proof. I'm enforcing justice on behalf of heaven. And Wei Kun thinks, ever since Changge took the position of sect master, the snake demon that had been hiding in the back mountain also came out into the open. But, with the entire sect under Changge's protection, who dares to say too much about it? Then Su Changge says, a clear conscience fears no accusation. Miss Yaan is an old friend of mine, and has nothing to do with the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. If you insist on going against us, then I'll see this through to the end. Once the journey to the secret realm ends, I'll settle the accounts with you properly. And Wei Kun says, Heh. I'm waiting for you. If you don't come to find me, I, Wei Kun, will find you. Wash your neck clean and wait for death. And he thinks, you think you can threaten me? You should worry about making it out of the Northern Sky secret realm alive first. And Su Changge thinks, look at you, so full of yourself, looks like you must have a strong backer behind you. But then someone says, enough chit-chat, let's open the secret realm. Then Wei Kun says the Northern Sky secret realm, the pride of the Northern Sky region, is open to all who are worthy. This year, it's demon-slaying city's turn to hold the key. Even though our alliance has conflicts with the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect, I, the vice leader, will generously allow you to enter. And now the gate has been opened, seeing which everyone is happy, and everyone wants to go inside the gate, and those people run towards the gate, and while going they say, secret treasures, opportunities, divine weapons, elixirs, I want them all. Anyone who tries to steal from me, I'll kill them all. And Feng Wanqing says to Su Changge, Master, I am heading out. So Su Changge says, go ahead. And Yaan says, my little treasure. Big sister is coming. And Su Changge says, according to the usual custom, someone needs to maintain the stability of the passage, so I'll stay outside. Then Wei Kun says to Anvawei, there are so many people here. And Anvawei starts laughing. And Su Changge thinks, it's actually the Heavenly Demonic Clan. Wei Kun and the Heavenly Demonic Clan are delusional. Like a mantis stalking a cicada, little do they know. And Su Changge is watching those people going inside the gate. And all those people also go inside the gate very fast, and they all are very happy that they are going to get new treasures. And with this Su Changge sends both his golems inside the gate as well, and he thinks an Oriole is behind. Then we look inside the gate, and a lot of people are happy to see this place, and they say, ha ha ha. I finally found it. The primordial demon-suppressing pagoda. Legend has it that this heaven-grade spiritual weapon was left behind by an ancient supreme powerhouse. As long as I can claim it, I will soar to the heavens in one leap. Want the spiritual weapon to acknowledge you as its master? Easier said than done. My senior brother came here during the last secret realm opening, but he failed to subdue it. Then let's see who's capable. This belongs to me. Back off. You bunch of lackeys, do you really think you're worthy of competing with me? And as they move forward, they are attacked with chains, and the chains start binding their bodies. And they start flying in the air very badly, and seeing this, they say, the demon pagoda, is absorbing spiritual energy. And after absorbing the energy of all those people, the chains throw them away. And those people just keep pleading for help. Then we see the golem and it says the path to immortality is inherently rebellious, with danger lurking in every opportunity that arises. How can you expect someone to come to your rescue? You are beyond saving. I'll send you on your way to a painless death. You can count this as your last bit of good fortune. Next, let's see what this demon-suppressing pagoda really is. Then both the golems start fighting with the chains, but the chains are not going to give up so easily. And one chain catches a golem, and seeing this the golem gets a bit surprised and thinks, the iron chains are inanimate objects, but even with spiritual energy, I can't sense any response, truly troublesome. Then many more chains start moving towards the golem, and seeing this Su Changge says, interesting. I just finished refining this supreme golem, I can't let it get ruined like this. Then there is an explosion, and we see that the golem has broken all the chains very easily. And Su Changge says in surprise, to force me to use this technique, what kind of monster is sealed within this demon pagoda? Fellow cultivator, reveal yourself. Then we see a beautiful girl who looks very sexy, and she says with a smile, it's been so many years, I've finally come across a supreme expert. And then the system mission gets triggered and she gives Su Changge a new mission and says, increase Yuling Lung's favorability to above and subdue the nine-tailed fox clan. Quest completion reward, 5,000 villain points, 50,000 fate points, failure penalty, cultivation level decreases by 1 realm. And Su Changge thinks, as expected of the ultimate villain system, it never lets a beauty go unchecked. And Yu Linglong is smiling, then she says, is it attractive? Get me out of this demon-suppressing pagoda, and I'll offer you something better to gaze upon. Then the golem says, I can help you, but there's one condition. For 1 year, you must stay by my master, Lord Su's side. And Su Changge thinks, in 1 year, I don't believe I won't be able to win you over. But Yu Linglong starts getting a little angry and she thinks, I have been trapped here for centuries, and this is the only supreme expert who can withstand all my attacks. If I miss him, I don't know how many years it will take before I find another chance. But she says okay. And the golem says, it's settled then. Demon refinement, ancient gods desolate heaven's seal. And the golem, using its powers, starts destroying the pagoda, and frees Yu Linglong. This makes Yu Linglong happy, and she smiles and says, finally I'm out. Then she says to the golem, what's the matter? Are you worried I'll escape? So the golem says, not really, you have been suppressed for many years, and now your strength is less than half of what it was at its peak. Even if you run, you'll be caught by someone else. It's better to follow me and recover your strength. I still have things to deal with in the secret realm, let's go. But Yu Linglong says, don't order me around. And she thinks, I never expected that I, the queen of the mighty nine-tailed clan, would have to humble myself and yield to others. One day, I will make you kneel before me. Then I'll have fun with you properly. And Su Changge thinks, women these days are hard to deal with. On the other hand, Su Changge's team is moving forward very fast, and Bai Yunshin says, in the northern sky secret realm, there are 10 palace halls in the 9th heaven. Among them, the most renowned is the Heavenly Mirage Hall. Legend has it that within its depths lie divine weapons and secret treasures left behind by a supreme realm expert, if one can obtain even a single inheritance. Their path to immortality will know no bounds. And Yaan says those who have confidence in their abilities will, in most cases, choose to go to the Heavenly Mirage Palace Hall in search of opportunities. Unfortunately, no one has been able to break the Palace Hall's barrier for hundreds of years. How could one simply enter? And Bai Yunshin says, of course, it's not easy. If it were, wouldn't everyone be soaring to the heavens? So Yaan says one must have dreams if they wish to be someone, otherwise, what's the difference between you and a salted fish? But then they hear the voice of some cultivators saying, our clan's powerful experts have already broken the Heavenly Mirage barrier. The Heavenly Mirage Palace Hall is about to be revealed. If you wish to obtain the supreme inheritance of the Heavenly Mirage Palace Hall, come quickly. And on hearing the cultivators, all 3 are surprised and stop. Then Mira says, the demon-slaying alliance has such a powerful backing this time. They actually managed to break the Heavenly Mirage barrier. Looks like Wei Kuan and the others are determined to succeed. And we see the cultivators laughing and saying, haha. The Heavenly Mirage Palace Hall has unexpectedly opened. We've hit the jackpot, let's go quickly and grab a share. And upon hearing them, Feng Wanqing says, but doesn't everyone want to enjoy resources for themselves? Why would they specifically tell us about this? Could there be some kind of conspiracy behind it? And Yaan says, fair enough. Although I am a demon, human hearts can sometimes be even more treacherous. And Bai Yunshin says, let's be a little more cautious, and see what kind of tricks they are up to. All disciples, listen up, breathe silently and proceed quietly. Do not let your presence be noticed. And they start following those cultivators. Then we see that many cultivators gather at one place, and they are saying, Heavenly Mirage Palace Hall, I'm coming. The demon-slaying alliance is incredible. If I get my hands on a precious treasure, I'll make sure to reward them handsomely. And one cultivator, seeing this place, says the barrier is up, but where's the entrance? Where is it? And all the 3 girls are watching from behind the bushes, and Bai Yunshin becomes a little serious and she says, there are so many people. And Yaan says, after receiving the news, it's expected that everyone from the secret realm will gather here. After all, the Heavenly Mirage Palace Hall is the oldest and most profound place of inheritance. Then we see Wei Kuan and he is very happy, and Anvo Wei says to him, Vice Leader, almost everyone has arrived. But Wei Kun asks him to wait. After this we see that some people come behind Feng Wanqing, Bai Yunshin and Yaan, and they say, "The Sword Cloud Immortal Sect members are here as well." And the three get shocked after realizing those people, and Bai Yunshin looks back and shouts, "Damn it! We've been tricked," and then they use their power to trap the three of them, and now the three of them can't do anything. Then Wei Kun says to these cultivators, "Thank you all for coming. The gate of the Heavenly Mirage Palace Hall can only be opened with the combined strength of everyone present. Once the gate opens, the divine weapons and secret treasures inside will all be ours." And after listening to Wei Kun, they become happy and say, "Great! Vice Leader Wei is truly righteous. Vice Leader Wei! Hurry up and open the gate, we're all ready to go. Divine weapons and secret treasures. I want them all." And everyone becomes very happy that now the gate is going to open. And a lot of treasure is going to come out. But then some of Anvo Wei's men start flying in the air, and Anvo Wei uses some kind of technique and traps all of them. And seeing this, everyone gets surprised and they say, What's this? Something doesn't seem quite right." And Anvo Wei starts using his technique, and then he starts taking the strength of all those cultivators. And seeing this, Wei Kun becomes very happy and starts laughing loudly, and he says, "Ha ha ha, as I said, everything inside belongs to our demon-slaying alliance. You fools, just obediently hand over your spiritual energy to us." And then two soldiers come to Wei Kun with Feng Wanqing, Yaan and Bai Yunshin, and say, "Vice Leader, the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect people are here. Just as you predicted, they were lurking in the shadows. Fortunately, thanks to the Vice Leader's preparations, we were able to take them down in one move. Now that they're all bound by the immortal binding rope, they can't use their spiritual energy. Please decide their fate, Vice Leader." Then Wei Kun says to Bai Yunshin that Su Changge is quite a playboy. And Bai Yunshin says to him, "Take your filthy hands off me." And Wei Kun says to Yaan, not only did he not spare his own sect members and disciples, he even went after this demoness. Oh dear, I'd love to experience this too. And then Feng Wanqing spits on Wei Kun's face and says to him, "Shut your mouth. I won't allow you to insult my master." But this disgusting man says, don't rush," while licking Feng Wanqing's spit. "Wait until your spiritual energy is completely drained, then I'll feed you a love potion, and the four of us will have a good time together. This young master will let you experience what it feels like to be truly adored. By then, you all won't even remember who Su Changge is." And Bai Yunshin and Yaan get very angry, and they both say, "If you dare touch me, the Bai family will not let you go. Set me free, let's fight one-on-one." And Wei Kun says, "What about the Bai family? My father will soon become the first supreme powerhouse in the Northern Sky region. At that time, the three great families will have to bow down to us. You should just submit to me as soon as possible, it's for the best." But then an attack hits Wei Kun's hand, and it passes through his hand, tearing it, and Wei Kun starts shouting in pain, and blood starts flowing from his hand. And seeing this, all three girls become happy and they say, "Someone's here to rescue us." Then we see that Golem and Yu Linglong have come to save those three. Then Yu Linglong says, "This is what you have to deal with. Just to be clear, this has nothing to do with me." And Golem says, "No problem." And Wei Kun asks his companions to kill both of them, and they move forward to attack. And Golem starts releasing its aura and he says, "Just stay here and enjoy my performance." Then a cultivator attacks Golem with a sword, but Golem easily stops his sword using his hands. And Golem turns back and sees some cultivators, and he releases his fire power and pushes them away. And because of Golem's fire, many people burn to death. And seeing this, some cultivators are happy because just a while ago these people were about to die. But because of Golem now all these cultivators can be saved. Then Wei Kun asks Anvo Wei, "What do we do?" So Anvo Wei says, "I'm fully aware of the capabilities of the Demon-Slaying Alliance. I've never had the intention of depending on you all. 3 great guardians, go." And when Bai Yunshin sees those 3 guardians, she is surprised and says, 3 half-step supreme experts? No wonder they were able to set up such a grand formation. They were hiding such powerful experts. But the golem without any fear starts walking towards those 3 guardians and says, "Half-step supreme, there are actually 3 of them. What a pity. Since you dare stand against me, there's no turning back." And to stop the golem's attack, he activates the ice shield of the guardian, destroys the ice shield and hits his stomach with his elbow and says to him, "Don't you get it? In the face of absolute power, all efforts are futile." Then the 2 guardians merge their powers and say, "Merge the half-step supreme spirit of the 2 of us. Form the power of the supreme." And a dangerous skeleton comes behind them. But Changge does not panic and he says, "Oh? Trying out summoning? I can do it too." And we see that a power more dangerous than the skeletons comes behind Changge, seeing which both of them get scared. Then the golem kills both of them. And seeing all these events, Wei Kun gets scared and starts running. But another golem comes in front of Wei Kun and the golem catches Wei Kun's neck with his hands. And now Wei Kun gets very scared and he says to the golem, Don't do anything reckless. My father will be out soon. Once he comes out of his seclusion, he'll beat the Supreme Realm. And no one in the entire Northern Sky region will be able to challenge him. Quickly release me." But the golem does not listen to him, and kills him in one blow. And as soon as Wei Kun dies, the trap set by them breaks. And seeing this, all the cultivators become very happy and they say, "We are free. Damn it, once I'm out, I'll settle the score with the demon-slaying alliance." Then all the cultivators thank the golem, "Thank you, revered one, for coming to our aid." And the golem says, "Don't worry about it. Your master has entrusted me with the task of bringing you into the heavenly Mirage Palace Hall." And as soon as Feng Wanqing hears this, she becomes happy and she says, "Master? Is the revered one a friend of my master?" And the golem says yes. Then he further says, "The sect master has given an order. This place is not suitable to stay for long. Elder Bai swiftly guides the disciples to seek new opportunities." Then the golem looks back and Yulinglong says to him, all right, with my current abilities, I can't escape, I'll wait for you here. Is that okay?" And the golem starts to leave from here, but while leaving he says to Yulinglong, "At least you know what's good for you." Next. Then the golem starts to use his power, and he says, 10 palace halls of 9 heavens, the heavenly Mirage Palace Hall. And the golem starts to open the gate, and he has opened the gate, and he says, "According to legend, the heavenly Mirage Palace Hall is ever-changing, with its space in constant disarray. I cannot guarantee your absolute safety. Whether it's fortune or misfortune, it all depends on your luck." Then they start to go inside the gate, and as soon as they go inside they feel a strange power. But the golem says to them, "Fear not. Safeguard yourself properly. The course of fate will guide you." And Feng Wanqing reaches a different place inside the gate, and she starts looking around. Then we see Yaan, who has finally found the thing she wanted. And that thing is, Demon God Skeleton. Then we see the golem, Crystal Palace, Tomb of the Divine Queen. And in front of it is a coffin, and the golem is looking at that. Then Changge enters the barrier, but his golem cannot enter. Only his spiritual body enters. And Changge is surprised to see this and he thinks, this barrier can only be passed through by spiritual bodies? And then aura starts coming out of the coffin and Changge is surprised to see this. And when he looks inside the coffin, a very beautiful lady is sleeping inside the coffin, and Changge thinks, "What is this? Such a beautiful woman, a celestial appearance, with the demeanor of an immortal, truly astonishing. There is an anomaly." But then an old man appears in front of Changge and he says, "You've come at last, my king. My king, I have waited for you for 1,000 years, and finally, I have seen you. But my king, the queen has been in eternal slumber for 1,000 years. She has waited for you too long." And Changge is a little surprised and he thinks, "King? Have they mistaken me for someone else? My memory doesn't contain any of this." Then the old man further says, "My king, allow this old servant to unseal the queen's heavenly coffin for you now. You've been separated for over 1,000 years, it's time for you to reunite." And the old man breaks the seal and the beautiful lady is still unconscious. Then the old man comes on his knees and he says to Changge, "This humble servant, with my last remaining wisp of soul, has guarded the Crystal Palace for 1,000 years, waiting for the day the Divine King and Divine Queen would reunite. This old servant has no regrets in death. Then the old man disappears. And we see that the beautiful lady opens her eyes, and when she looks in front of her, Changge is in front of her, and she calls Changge as husband, and Changge gets a little surprised on hearing this. And that beautiful lady has tears of joy in her eyes, and she says to Changge, Luo has finally, see you again. And Changge feels a little bad on seeing that lady. But then he feels something and he thinks, this is not good. The 1,000-year seal has been broken, the spiritual energy here has been depleted, the inner palace hall cannot sustain itself anymore. And the beautiful lady says to Changge, husband, Luo is waiting for you outside, and then there is some movement there, seeing which Changge says, what exactly is happening here? Such a strong sinister energy. There's a trace of Yalan's presence over there. Yalan is in danger. Then Changge goes back inside the golem, and he stands up. Then we see on the other side that Yalan is fighting with the demon god skeleton, and the demon god skeleton moves forward to attack Yalan. But then a golem comes there, seeing which Yalan is surprised, and the golem is trying to control the demon god skeleton and very easily controls him. And seeing this Yalan makes me happy. Then he comes down and he asks Yalan, are you alright? But Yalan says, Changge, I knew it was you. Pretending to be all mysterious. So Changge says, I once told you I'd always be there for you, and no matter how, I will keep that promise. And Yalan says, Sweet talking. Regardless of the circumstances, thank you for your help. This final step, I'll finish it with my own hands. And Yaan inserts the stick into the head of the demon god skeleton. And taking his skeleton she says, the demon god skeleton, it's mine, and Changge thinks, truly worthy of being the woman by my side. Then Yaan starts observing the skeleton of the demon god, and she absorbs it successfully. And she says thank you to Changge in a loving way. On the other side we see Feng Wanqing, and she is trying to absorb the fire phoenix, and she becomes successful in a short while, and a symbol is formed on her forehead. Then she opens her eyes and finds herself in the demon heavenly palace, and there is someone in front of her, and he says, truly deserving of being the inheritor of the 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix body, you are the only woman who can satisfy me. And listening to that man's words, Feng Wanqing thinks, 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix body, what is that? The moment I stepped into the inner palace hall, was I trapped in his illusion? In that illusion, I was burned countless times, and born anew infinite times. Then the unknown man says, through endless refinement and rebirth, your 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix body has been activated by me. If you choose me as your master, I will impart to you the supreme inheritance that has been gathered over a millennium in the demon heavenly palace. And Feng Wanqing says, Wanqing, thanks the senior for your kindness and also expresses gratitude for activating my bloodline. However, I already have a sect master, so I cannot join another sect. I hope the senior understands. So the unknown man says, haha. Don't even mention this small northern sky region, even the immortal divine realm, apart from me, the heavenly supreme demon and the saints. Who else dares to be the master of you, the 9 Nether Empress? You truly won't choose me? But Feng Wanqing says, no, I refuse. Wanqing will never abandon her master. And the man gets angry on hearing Feng Wanqing's words, and he activates his power and he says, if you cannot belong to me, then keeping you alive will only bring disaster. It would be better to kill you before you can soar to the 9 heavens. You agree, right? But then Feng Wanqing cuts the man's attack into 2 parts, and his attack goes back and hits the wall. And the man again uses his power, and he says, you actually managed to block my attack, not bad. And the man starts putting pressure on Feng Wanqing, due to which Feng Wanqing is not able to stand properly, but she bears his pressure using her sword, and she says to the man, I will not. At the same time she thinks, what a powerful spiritual pressure. And then an attack happens on the man, due to which he dodges, and he asks who has come here? So a hand moves towards Feng Wanqing, and we see that Changge has come to save Feng Wanqing, and he says to Feng Wanqing, disciple, you've worked hard. And Feng Wanqing becomes happy seeing Changge. Then the man moves forward to attack Changge and he says, "Where did this insignificant nobody come from, daring to harm me? I will tear you to pieces." But Changge grabs the man's face and throws him away and says to him, "How dare you lay eyes on my disciple? Know your place." And the man gets injured, but he feels something and he thinks, this familiar spiritual energy, that's been gone for a millennium. And the man recognizes who Changge is, so he quickly moves towards Changge, but he grabs Changge's legs, and he happily says, "The immortal divine king. You should have said so earlier. How would I dare to snatch your disciple?" And Changge gets a little surprised and he thinks, "Divine king? That old man earlier said the same thing. Could it be that I resemble someone?" Then the man says, "Back then, during the great cataclysm, in order to protect the divine queen Luoqingli, you sent her to the heavenly Mirage Palace Hall. Now that you're here, you should take her with you." And Changge says to the system, "System, what the hell is going on? Why don't I have any memories of this?" So the system says, "In the original storyline, Changge and the divine queen had no connection whatsoever. It's likely that your transmigration disrupted the time and space. There's no way to explain it for now." So Changge says to the system, "You damn useless system." Then Changge tells the man, "Ahem. She seems to have left already." And the man says, "Since that's the case, you all should also leave now. With the divine queen revived and the divine king returning to the world, I don't want the immortal divine palace people coming after me. I still want to stay low for a few more years." Then Changge starts leaving from here, and while leaving he says to that man, "If that's so, we'll take our leave." And after they leave, the man starts vomiting blood, he starts coughing and he says, "Revered divine king. It seems you've forgotten that apocalyptic disaster, which wiped out all worlds, was orchestrated by none other than the divine queen you hold dearest. You must find her no matter what." Then we see that many cultivators come out of the gate. And they all are very happy that they are alive. Then Yaan, looking at Yulinglong, says, "Where did this sly fox come from?" And Feng Wanqing says, "Is this the new spiritual pet that master has taken in?" And Bai Yunchen says, Changge, that guy, don't you know him well enough by now?" Then we see some cultivators fighting among themselves because some cultivators were about to be killed because of these people. And they say, "Damn you! You used us to open the heavenly Mirage Palace Hall and almost got us killed. Our vice leader has been killed, and we, the Demon Slaying Alliance, haven't settled this score with you yet. He brought this upon himself and has no one to blame. He tried to harm others but got counter-killed instead. If you're weak, just train more. Damn you all! Just wait till our sect master comes out of seclusion, every one of you will be executed." Then a portal opens at that place, and from that portal comes out the same beautiful lady whose name is Luoqingli, and everyone gets very surprised after seeing Luoqingli and they say, "Whoa! Such a beautiful woman! Where in this world could such enchanting beauty exist? It must be a fairy who has descended. Queen! The queen has been resurrected. Wasn't the death-defying spirit formation in the secret realm already destroyed? How is the queen still? Cut the nonsense. Bow before the divine queen. What? Is that the wicked woman they went to such great lengths to resurrect? We barely managed to survive. Are we going to die here again? We're doomed." Then Luoqingli opens her eyes and she sees Changge. And Changge is sitting and doing cultivation, and as soon as Luoqingli sees Changge she starts walking towards Changge quickly. There are tears of joy in her eyes. And she calls Changge husband. Then she hugs Changge and tells him, "Luo miss you so much." And everyone gets surprised seeing this and they say, "Oh, that lady seems to be infatuated with Lord Su, we're saved." This woman, Yeto Fox says, "Yo, just as expected, a scumbag who plays around everywhere." Changge's soul comes out of the puppet, and comes back to his original body. Then he wakes up and says to Luoqingli, "Miss, you've mistaken me for someone else. I am not your husband." But Luoqingli says, "Husband? How could you say such things? Husband, if you're saying this, you must have your reasons you can't speak of." "I don't care, I don't mind. I just want to be with my husband." Su Changge tries to make Luo Qingli understand that she has misunderstood. Then the demon clan members bow down in front of Luo Qingli and say, Empress. 1,000 years ago, you led our heavenly demon clan to sweep across the myriad realms. Now our clan is being hunted down to this point. Please save us. But Luo Qingli gets angry because they are disturbing her. So she attacks them and kills them. Seeing this, other people get surprised and they say, those black-robed figures who were just shot down. Several of them were calf-step supremes. That woman killed them with a single arrow. How terrifying! Don't worry, since that woman is devoted to His Highness Su, the highly respected His Highness Su definitely won't let her run wild. Your Highness Su, you truly are our savior. Su Changge thought, this woman really recognizes my face. Combined with what those people in the Tianhuan Sacred Hall said. Could it be that I'm the so-called God King? The system tells Su Changge about Luo Qingli, name, Lud Lungli, identity, first divine maiden of the ancient Luo God clan bloodline, heavenly demon empress bloodline cultivation, peak heavenly supreme, can reach 9th heaven saint after full power recovery, cultivation method, Luo God art, God level cultivation method, current affection towards host, 99. Just then, an energy goes up in the sky and someone shouts, who dares cause trouble in my demon-slaying city? Su Changge felt the spiritual energy of that man and thought, such strong spiritual energy. This level of power is unprecedented in the Xingbei region. So strong. Unheard of, this is the power of the Supreme Realm. Just then, someone comes in front of them. It is Demon-Slaying Alliance leader, Wei Haitao. The people of the demon clan become very happy after seeing their leader, and they say, the Alliance leader has stepped into the Supreme Realm, and emerged. We're saved. The disciples bow their heads in front of the leader and say, we respectfully welcome the Alliance leader. May the Supreme Alliance leader enjoy boundless fortune. Taking control of Xingbei is just around the corner. Alliance leader, it's him. It was that Su Changge who killed your son. And as soon as the leader hears that man's words, he kills him in one blow and says, my precious son is dead. Why didn't you risk your life to protect him? How dare you still be alive? They get very scared after seeing their companion's body. Then the leader moves forward to fight with Su Changge, and Su Changge also moves forward to fight with him and says, your demon-slaying alliance killed the sect master of my sword cloud immortal sect. I'll settle this score with you properly too. The punches of both of them collide with each other, but the leader realizes that Su Changge has more power than him and thinks, this person looks so young, yet he can block a supreme's attack? Could his cultivation also be above the supreme realm? Su Changge thought, smiling, geez, my spiritual power can't be fully unleashed yet. Taking on a supreme head-on is really tough. I need to cheat. Then Su Changge asked the system to open the system shop and he clicked on the supreme experience card in the exchange. Due to which Su Changge's experience increases and he is ready to fight. He thought that the system shop was really interesting. He again starts fighting with the leader, and this time Su Changge created a dragon with his spiritual energy, and attacked the leader. The leader tries to stop, but Su Changge increases his power even more, due to which blood starts coming out of the leader's mouth, and Su Changge crushes the leader very easily. Seeing this, the people of the demon clan get a big shock. They do not believe that their leader has lost so easily. Then now, to take revenge for the leader, everyone together attacks Su Changge and they say, this person absolutely cannot be allowed to live. Heavenly Demon Clan, use all your strength to surround and kill him. Su Changge says, I was just thinking of trying out the new item I exchanged for in the shop, and you all delivered yourselves to my doorstep. Then Su Changge activates the puppet formation, and with its help he starts controlling the minds of those people. And he very easily controls all of them, and he says, Heavenly Demon Clan, hear my command. Slaughter everyone in Demon-Slaying City, leave no one alive. And the people controlled by Su Changge start killing their own comrades, and only their screams are heard. Luo Qingli's attention is towards Su Changge, but just then she gets a call from the sky. That thing was asking Luo Qingli to come back, and Luo Qingli thought, the call of immortal divine power, I can't stay any longer. Husband, when everything is settled, we will surely be together again. Luo Qingli said goodbye to Su Changge and she left. Then we see that Su Changge has completely destroyed the demon clan, and he is in the sky. And the people of the demon clan are kneeling in front of him, and Su Changge tells them, from this day forward, the demon-slaying alliance will no longer exist in the northern sky region. The heavenly demonic clan shall guard this city. No deceitful acts are allowed, and no harm shall come to the common people. The people of Su Changge's clan are very happy and they say, Lord Su's martial prowess is unrivaled. May his legacy last for eternity. Unrivaled martial prowess. May his name be remembered for eternity. In the crowd, Yi Feng is listening to Su Changge's applause and his master tells him, that brat would never have expected that while he was basking in glory, we had already raided his home. Then Yi Feng leaves from there, taking 2 people with him, and Su Changge is looking at him, smiling. After some time, northern sky region border heaven cloud city. Yi Feng had imprisoned Emo Daotian and Shueli. Then he releases them both. But Emo Daotian gets very angry with him and shouts, Damn you, Yi Feng! How dare you abduct us here while Lord Su was away? So disgraceful. But Yi Feng punches him and says, Your spiritual energy has been sealed by me. I advise you not to act recklessly. I'd hate to accidentally kill you before I can bring you back to the Azure Dragon's sacred land to complete my task. Shueli asks Yi Feng, what exactly do you want? So Yi Feng says, Miss Lily, please forgive my discourtesy. I, Yi, had no choice but to resort to such measures to keep you from falling into Su Changge's demonic grasp. Su Changge harbors deep wickedness and is not a good person. One day, miss, you will realize the sincerity of my efforts. Emo Daotian says this guy can't defeat Lord Su in a fair fight, so he's resorting to underhanded tactics. Miss Shui, you must not fall for his tricks. Yi Feng said I have some business to take care of, the Imperial Devourer Society will ensure your safety. You are free to move around the city, but don't even think about escaping. His master laughs and says to him, your spiritual energy is completely sealed, you won't get far. After some time, Emo Daotian is drinking too much at the inn and shouts, Damn it! I never thought I'd fall for that bastard Yi Feng's scheme. Miss Lily, if you ever see Lord Su again, you must make sure to report that bastard's crimes. Shueli said, Lord Su isn't obligated to you, so why would he get involved for your sake? Trying to manipulate others to do your bidding? Just give it up, Emo Daotian said. We are both unfortunate souls adrift in this world, Miss Lily. What you said is truly heartbreaking. Just then a man enters the inn and everyone becomes happy seeing him. His name is Master Shui. And his eyes first go to Shueli, so he goes to Shueli and says to her, Miss, though we have never met before, I feel a deep connection with you. It must be fate bringing us together. I am the young master of Heaven Cloud City. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me to tonight's Heaven Cloud auction? But Shueli has no interest in that man, so she asks him to leave. But the man gets angry and finds Shueli's words insulting. Emo Daotian, rubbing salt on the wound and laughing, says, Ha ha ha. Acting all smug, but the joke's on you. Dude, you picked the wrong girl to flirt with. But Master Shui hits Emo Daotian's head on the table and shouts, Where did this beggar come from? How dare you spout nonsense in my territory? I can crush you with just one hand. Then Emo Daotian remembers that his spiritual energy is completely sealed, he cannot use his powers. Then Master Shui teases Shueli and says, Give you an inch, and you try to take a mile? All the women in the world are nothing more than playthings for this young master. Woman, don't be ungrateful. But Shueli ignores him and also abuses him. And Emo Daotian again stops Master Shui, and Master Shui thinks, This person clearly has no spiritual energy, so why is he so strong? This time Master Shui gets very angry and takes out one of his weapons and attacks Emo Daotian. But when somebody hits his elbow, due to which Master Shui gets very angry, he turns back to see who is disturbing him. Then Su Changge comes behind him and says the young master has quite a temper. I heard that Heaven Cloud City will hold the Tianji auction tonight. With so many dignitaries gathering, The young city lord's treatment of guests like this is likely to disappoint the hearts of people all over the world. Shueli and Mo Daotian are happy that Su Changge has come here. But Mo Daotian is more happy. He feels as if Su Changge has come here to save him. Then Su Changge says to Master Shui, "How about giving me some face? Let's end this matter here, shall we?" Master Shui starts getting nervous and thinks, what an overwhelming pressure. Moreover, causing trouble now would not be beneficial for tonight's auction. I'll hold back for now. Then Master Shui runs away from here to save his life, but before leaving he says, "Humph. I'll let you go today. Let's go." Shueli hugs Su Changge and says to him, You've finally arrived. I thought I'd never see you again." Mo Daotian also wants to hug Su Changge, but Su Changge stops him and says to him, "I've released your spiritual seal, you can leave now." As soon as the seal is removed from Mo Daotian's body, he starts releasing all his energy, but he says, "I'm so pissed off. Damn you. Trying to tip someone off. If I can't deal with Yifeng, you think I can't deal with you? Your Highness Su, you've saved my life multiple times. I offer this Emperor armament fragment to you. That this guy is relentlessly pursuing me. I should head back first, cultivate properly, and then look for a chance for revenge." Su Changge said, "Before you go, help me send Liuli back to the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect." So Mo Daotian says, "No problem. Anything your Highness Su asks, I'll do it without hesitation." Shueli asked Su Changge, "Huh? Why aren't you coming back with me?" So Su Changge said, "Because a lot of things not suitable for children are going to happen here tonight." That night, at the Tianyan City, Human Cauldron, auction. And we listen to some perverts and they say, this batch is made up of top-tier human cauldrons that Tianyan City went to great lengths to gather. Each one is as beautiful as a celestial fairy, brimming with spiritual energy, and perfect for dual cultivation. We even wiped out several clans for this batch. Doesn't matter if they're top grade or premium goods, in my eyes, they're just worthless trash beneath me. Ha ha. Ha ha. I already broke last year's batch. Hope I can find some new toys tonight. And among these people we see Yifeng. He is thinking, Tianyan City is famous for auctioning human cauldrons. If I can find a woman with a top-tier bloodline to bring back to the Azure Dragon's sacred land, even if she can't compare to Su Changge's 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix body, it would still be a great achievement. Let's see how my luck is tonight. Behind Yifeng we see a man wearing a mask on his face. He is none other than Su Changge. And he thought, even the esteemed Azure Dragon's saint's son attends these filthy auctions. Indeed, the Great Way is not concerned with trivialities. In the eyes of some powerful cultivators, ordinary beings and other races are no different from ants and mayflies. Sometimes I really don't know who the real villains are. Then we see an announcer welcoming all the people. He starts showing many slaves in front of the people. One girl looks a little innocent. The second girl is a little bold, and the third one is very scary. And that man starts the auction and everyone starts placing bids. And the bids keep increasing. Yifeng thinks about his budget and says that these guys who engage in shady business are too rich. Then Su Changge raises his hand and bids for 3.3 million spirit stones and says, "Any other bids? If not, then they're all mine." Seeing Su Changge, some thieves thought, "Damn it, a huge whale showed up. Let's wait until he picks up his goods, then we'll ambush and rob him." Perfect. One robbery sets us up for a year, and we get the girls for free. It's settled. Then Master Shui comes in front of Su Changge and says to him, 3 million spirit stones? Such a high price has never been reached since Tianyan City was founded. I don't mean to doubt you, sir, but how do you intend to pay? Su Changge smiles and says, "Your life?" Master Shui gets nervous after listening to Su Changge and he grabs Su Changge's mask and says, "If this city didn't have the strength, we would not be in this business. In all these years, no one has dared to cause trouble in Tianyan City. I'd like to see who forgot to zip up their pants and let you out." Master Shui makes the biggest mistake of his life. As soon as he sees Su Changge's face, his life leaves his body. Su Changge kills him in just one blow. Many people see Su Changge's face, but Su Changge wears the mask again. But now they are very angry and all of them attack Changge. But Changge summons his puppets and orders them to kill those people. And the puppets do the same and kill many people very easily. Yifeng is very scared and thinks, now everything's chaotic. This has nothing to do with me, retreating is the best plan. Then Changge comes in front of Yifeng and says to him, did this venerable one say you could leave? Changge attacks first, and kicks Yifeng and pushes him away. Sensing Changge's power, Yifeng thought, such strong spiritual energy. No wonder he's so arrogant. Then he said, Venerable One, you have the wrong person. I'm not from Tianyuan City. Besides, I can tell the Venerable One something. There's a disciple in the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect named Feng Wanqing who possesses the 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix body. If the Venerable One is interested in human cauldrons, she's the best choice. Changge smiled and said, compared to looking for an emperor body, I'm more interested in beating you up right now. Changge uses evil spirit god transformation and Yifeng uses spirit controlling sword art. And the powers of both of them clash with each other, but Changge's power is more, due to which Yifeng gets injured and blood starts coming out of his mouth. Changge crushes him under his feet. Yifeng is now taking his last breaths, and Changge stands in front of him and says to him, if this Venerable One didn't need to keep you around to farm Fortune Valley, this Venerable One would have sent you flying long ago. Then Changge with the help of his power frees those slave girls from their slavery. And tells them, in the 9 heavens and 3 realms, all things possess a spirit. No race is born to be slaves. All 3 become very happy after listening to Changge's words, and some of them want to give their life, some want to give their everything, and the most innocent girl also wants to give her everything. Then Changge points towards the remaining people and says, that's not important. Now that you've regained your freedom, don't you want revenge? Let me see your backbone and capabilities. And as soon as the 3 girls listen to Changge, they get ready to kill the remaining people. And they are begging for their lives not to be killed. But at night every place is filled with red color because there is blood everywhere. Many people are killed because of Changge. Then he offers those 3 girls that they can join Azura Hall and all 3 girls get ready for this. Changge says to them, from now on, only I will offend others. Let no one offend me. Those 3 girls get happy and say, I am willing to follow your highness. Through fire and water, we shall sweep through the 3 realms. Changge starts laughing after listening to them. And then Little Fox comes out and Changge says to her, Little Fox, take them to Azura Hall. Let them heal and cultivate properly. Then Changge tells, starting tonight, the name Azura Hall is Su Tianxia, will completely become the terrifying night curtain over this continent. Several days later, then we see a different place where Feng Wanqing is sitting and doing her cultivation. Then she opens her eyes and Phoenix is in front of her. Feng Wanqing asks her, did you just come out of my body? Phoenix says, my name is Feng Yi, the generational guardian of the Emperor Phoenix clan. You possess the 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix body. As long as I help you awaken the memories of the 9 Nether Empress from your past life, you can dominate this world. Hearing Phoenix's words, a smile comes on Feng Wanqing's face and she says, really? Wouldn't that bring me closer to Master? But Phoenix says, the condition is that you must leave this place and return with me to the Emperor Phoenix Sacred Land. Only the spiritual Elira of the Emperor Phoenix Sacred Land can maximally stimulate your bloodline. Feng Wanqing thought, leave here, leave Master, inherit the memories of the past Emperor Phoenix. Would I still be me then? Phoenix said, activate the bloodline, awaken the memories, ascend in 1 step. Where in all the heavens and 3 realms could you find such a bargain? Yet you still cling to this insignificant master? Foolish, Feng Wanqing said, if I awaken the memories of the past 9 Nether Empress, I won't be my complete self. I'll just be a vessel. I'd rather not have such power. Phoenix said, you are the worst Emperor Phoenix I've ever seen. You. Just then Phoenix felt something and she told Feng Wanqing that someone was coming. And she was about to leave, but before leaving Phoenix said to Feng Wanqing, I have said my piece. When you've thought it through, summon me again. Just then a man comes in front of Feng Wanqing and he starts laughing. And he says, I was just passing by, didn't see anything. Seeing that man, Feng Wanqing gets suspicious about him and asks him, Who are you? How dare you trespass in the Sword Cloud Immortal Sect? The man says, Ouch. Careful now, swords have no eyes. I pinch my fingers and calculate, either of us will face a disaster involving bloodshed today. To meet by chance is also fate. Why don't we get acquainted? But Feng Wanqing finds that man's talk boring and she says bye to him and starts to leave. And that man thought, so this is how cute Lady Empress was before she matured. As for you, Changge, my clan's Lady Empress absolutely cannot be ruined by your hands. At the same time, we see Changge's room and Changge feels the killing intent of that man, due to which he gets shocked. And then the system appears in front of her and she says, System reminder. The heroine Feng Wanqing's golden finger has arrived. Once Feng Wanqing awakens, she will abandon the host, leading to mission failure, and the Heavenly Secrets Divination clan can divine Feng Wanqing's good and bad fortune for the next 10 years after the Emperor Phoenix awakens. Nothing will be hidden from her then. Changge said, You mean, I'm already being targeted by this top-tier force from the upper 9 heavens, the Heavenly Secrets Divination clan? Then this venerable one shall ensure he never returns. Damn system, you have cultivation methods from the Heavenly Secrets Divination clan in the system shop, right? Get me one, the system said right away. On the other side, we see Dragon Transformation Tribulation. A lot of thunder is falling on Yaan. And then her formation breaks. But Changge comes behind her and holds her and says to her, Big sis Yaolan, didn't you say you'd let me guard you when you advanced to Supreme? Then Changge smiles and attacks Yaan from behind with a dagger. Yaan is surprised at why Changge did this. Then Changge takes out the dragon bone from her body and says to her, The moment you transform into a dragon, I'll rip out your dragon bone. All your cultivation will be mine. Just die in grief and indignation, you stupid snake. Ha ha. Then Yalan's eyes open and she is surprised to see the surroundings and she thinks, I'm still alive, everything just now. Was it an illusion? But why did the pain feel so real? Then Yalan senses someone and the same man who met Feng Wanqing earlier appears in front of her. And Yalan asks the man, Who are you? Was that illusion just now a spell you cast? Then the man says, I am Feng Wanqing. What you just saw wasn't an illusion, but the future. Yaan thought, that Bagua mirror, it's most likely the magical artifact he used for the spell. Yaan abuses Feng Wanqing, but then Feng Wanqing senses something and he steps back, and we see that someone attacks him with a sword. The one who attacks is Changge. Then Changge comes behind him and says to him, How dare you attack Yaan? Feng Wanqing is surprised because Changge is fast. And Changge attacks him with a kick and throws him away. But the man creates a barrier, but still he gets injured, and he says, as expected of this world's disruptor. Such simple, unadorned, yet utterly domineering power! Changge moves forward to attack him again. But this time Feng Wanqing has created a strong barrier because of which Changge's punches could not hit him. And then that man activates a formation, and he says to Changge, You've already stepped into the death gate. Changge is a little surprised to see the formation, and now the formation has completely caught Changge. And Feng Wanqing says to Changge, I pinch my fingers and calculate. Your fate today is over. Changge gets hit a lot and many juices enter his body. Seeing this, Yaan starts getting nervous for Changge. But Feng Wanqing traps him in a formation and laughingly says, Had the divination text in my divination art spoke of how capable Changge is, how he could overturn the heavens and earth. Ridiculous. It seems my divination art still needs improvement. Then Changge comes behind Feng Wanqing. Feng Wanqing looks back and wonders how Changge came behind him. But before he could understand anything, Changge gets ready to punch him and hits a strong punch on his face, due to which Feng Wanqing falls in the water. Changge stands in front of him and says to him, I'll give you a thumbs up right on your head. Then Changge uses his power to break the formation on Yaolan and says to her, Is Sister Yaolan shedding tears? It seems you care about me quite a bit, huh? But Yaan gets angry at Changge and says to him, "You dare pretend? You dare trick me? I'll beat you to death." Then Feng Wanqing comes out of the water and asks Changge, "Weren't you caught in my heavenly secret illusion?" "How?" Changge puts his foot on his head and says to him, "The divine calculation clan from the upper 9 heavens, you think you're so impressive? You're not the only ones in the myriad realms who can use illusion arts. Feng Wanqing thought he even knew my identity. He definitely isn't from the lower realm." Then Feng Wanqing said, "Then when did I fall under your illusion?" Changge said, "When you dream. Do you know exactly when the dream began? Oh, favored scion of the divine calculation clan, have you calculated your own fate for today?" Changge was about to crush Feng Wanqing's head with his feet. But then a token breaks and Feng Wanqing teleports away. But he thought, his illusion arts are not only superior to mine, his cultivation base is also unfathomably deep. Changge said, "Trading a life-bound artifact for your worthless life, that seems like a pretty good deal. You're quite adept at calculating that much, at least." Feng Wanqing says, "You just wait, we will meet again someday. Let me tell you, I know all the secrets you're hiding. You should just obediently hide yourself away in the lower realm." But Changge attacks him again. But before running away, Feng Wanqing says, "You fight without honor. We shall meet again." Feng Wanqing runs away fearing Changge. But Changge thought, the divine calculation clan can perceive the present and foresee the future. It seems someone in the upper 9 heavens already knows I'm here. I wonder what the future holds. Then Yaan says to Changge, "That person said, you got close to me to dig out my dragon bone and seize my cultivation. Is what he said true?" Changge said, "We share a life and death bond, an unbreakable friendship forged through trials. A stranger's single sentence can so easily drive a wedge between us. Is our bond truly that fragile? If you don't believe me, nothing I say matters. Kill me or torture me, do as you please." Hearing Changge's words, Yaan blushes and says, "Well, it's not quite like that. I was just casually asking. I still understand your intentions. I was just trying to scare you a little." Then the scene shifts, nighttime, Changge region, formerly demon-slaying city, now renamed Azure Hall. Changge tells Little Fox, "Nicely done, the former demon-slaying city has become the stronghold for our nascent faction. Also, how is the task I assigned you progressing?" So Little Fox said, "You, Tianxia, have successfully wiped out the demon-slaying alliance and Cloud Sky City, and recruited a host of charm demons. The reputation of Azure Hall has already spread throughout the entire Changge region. Following your instructions, this sovereign sent out heroes' invitations far and wide, inviting malevolent beings from all corners to participate in the trial assembly. They are all here now. And we see many candidates who are there to give us a trial. And they say, weren't we supposed to start the Azure trial? Let's get on with it. I heard the trial rewards are generous, and there's even a chance to become Tianxia's disciple. Hurry up and start. My great blade thirsts for action." Seeing their confidence, Changge becomes happy and he takes the tower out. And now the trial is about to begin, and Changge says to them, "Welcome, everyone, to the Azure trial. What you need to do is simple: enter the tower, climb the tower, survive, reach the Goth floor, receive a heaven rank technique. Reach the Both floor, receive an Emperor rank weapon. No limits on quantity. Reach the 100th floor, and you can directly ascend to the peak Spirit Infant Realm and become a personal disciple of Azure Hall." The candidates are surprised to hear Changge's words, and they say, "Heaven rank techniques. Emperor rank weapons. Things you might never encounter in a lifetime, and Hall Master Su is just giving them away." Looking across the entire Changge region, few sects have such resources. Azure Hall is incredibly wealthy. Woohoo, awesome! Tianxia's fame resonates throughout Changge. If I become his chief disciple, won't I be able to do whatever I want? And everyone starts entering the tower, and seeing them, Changge starts laughing and he says, "All demons under heaven shall enter my gates." Little Fox said, "I didn't expect you'd be so charming after putting on this mask. This sovereign feels a slight urge to engage in dual cultivation with you." And Su Changge said, "You opportunistic little fox." A few days later, Sword Cloud Immortal Sect. We listened to some people and they are talking. Have you heard? That new faction called Azura Hall opened a trial tower. Anyone who passes the trial can get heaven rank techniques and emperor rank weapons. Quite a few people have already received rewards. Now, the eyes of the entire Changge region are focused on the Azura trial. Anyone can participate in the Azura trial, and you can freely choose whether or not to join Azura Hall afterwards. I was wondering if we could also participate, maybe grab a reward or something. I think it's feasible. But I just don't know if the sect would agree to let us go out and participate. Then someone says to them, "What kind of treacherous talk is this? As members of a prestigious, righteous sect, how could we participate in unorthodox events?" He is Yi Qingyun, Sword Cloud Immortal Sect disciple. But then someone hits him and says to him, "Yi Qingyun, you're courting death." And he is Wanhai, Sword Cloud Immortal Sect disciple. Wanhai grabbed him by the collar and lifted him up. "We participate in the trial to gain rewards and spread the reputation of our sect, not to betray it." "Why are you so rigid?" Yi Qingyun replied calmly. "It's just taking advantage of loopholes." In the next instant, Wanhai spun him around and threw him away. Yi Qingyun steadied himself in midair, landed firmly, and said, "Wanhai, I'll do my best to stop you." He reached for his sword, preparing to draw it. But suddenly, an attack struck Wanhai from above. Flames engulfed Wanhai's body. He screamed in agony, crying out for help. Yi Qingyun was shocked. Who did this? Then he saw it. A water array had been activated. A curtain of water descended, extinguishing the flames and barely saving Wanhai's life. Even so, half of Wanhai's body had already been burned. At that moment, Bai Yuchen made her entrance. She was the one who had cast the water array. She immediately ordered the disciples, "Quickly, take Wanhai away for treatment." Just then, a voice sounded coldly. "When I first came to the genuine immortal sect, I saw your disciples fighting among themselves. I really couldn't stand it. Let me help you teach your apprentice." Bai Yuchen turned toward the voice. Several figures appeared, and a man stepped forward. Desolate North Region, Zhou family. Young Master Zhou Chen. Early stage of the Supreme Realm. He sneered. "Chenner, you have truly fallen." Without wasting a second, Bai Yuchen attacked him directly. But Zhou Chen easily caught her sword between two fingers. "I haven't seen you for a few years, yet you're still so impatient," he said lightly. "Don't forget, I'm your fiancé." "Shut up!" Bai Yuchen shouted. "Don't mention that." With just a flick of his fingers, Zhou Chen snapped her sword in half. Even then, Bai Yuchen cursed him and attacked again. Zhou Chen calmly dodged the shattered sword fragments, then appeared behind her. "Although your cultivation has improved, you're still no match for me," he said coldly. "You and I have been engaged for a long time. When the Zhou family summoned you back to marry me, you dared to refuse. You made my Zhou family lose face." His aura surged. "I have now entered the Supreme Realm. It is a great honor for you to join my Zhou family. Don't be ungrateful." Bai Yuchen clenched her teeth. "Marriage and engagement are matters of the previous generation. They were never my wish." The disciples panicked. "Quick! Go save Elder Bai." "Are you kidding? Elder Bai can't even beat him, how could we?" "I'll go inform the other elders." At that moment, Yi Qingyun rushed forward and attacked Zhou Chen. "Let go of Elder Bai!" He charged at full speed, slashing down with his sword. Zhou Chen raised two fingers to block. But his finger was cut, blood flowing out. He frowned slightly. "How could an ordinary disciple injure me, even a little? Does his physique grow stronger when facing stronger opponents? That's incredibly rare." Several others rushed forward, intending to kill Yi Qingyun. But before they could strike, they were instantly cut down. Bai Yuchen's eyes lit up. The one who killed them was Su Chang. Su Chang had arrived. Seeing him, the sect members were overjoyed. "We're saved." Zhou Chen glared at Bai Yuchen. "So you abandoned our engagement for this bastard?" Right. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Bai Yuchen replied coldly. I don't want to marry you at all. Su Chang watched silently, slightly confused. Zhou Chen, however, was furious. I'll beat him until all his teeth are gone, then take you back to the northern region. I'll make your entire Bai family my dowry. He created multiple clones and launched a fierce assault on Su Chang. Su Chang casually blocked all the attacks with one hand. Zhou Chen's eyes widened. What? You blocked everything with just one hand? Su Chang stepped forward and punched him straight in the face. After wiping his hand, he said indifferently, You are not worthy to fight me. Then he looked at Yi Qingyun. Go. Fight him. Yi Qingyun hesitated nervously. Zhou Chen staggered back to his feet, furious. I am a supreme ruler, with few rivals in the entire northern territory, and you send an unknown boy to fight me? I still have one. Before he could finish, Yi Qingyun attacked. Zhou Chen blocked the sword with both hands. You look serious, boy. Yi Qingyun's force pushed him back several steps. Zhou Chen drew his spiritual sword. Boy, since you're risking your life, don't blame me for bullying you. Yi Qingyun leapt forward. Stop talking nonsense! If the Sect orders me to fight, I will fight to the death. His attack landed with a thunderous explosion. But Zhou Chen dodged. Every inch has its strengths and weaknesses, Zhou Chen said calmly. No matter how powerful a sword is, it's useless if it can't cut anyone. Shut up! Yi Qingyun roared and attacked again. Zhou Chen blocked effortlessly. But I'll also tell you this, an inch shorter, an inch more clever. His counterattack wounded Yi Qingyun, sending him crashing to the ground. Standing before him, Zhou Chen said coldly, Fighting the younger generation is beneath my dignity. I spared his life out of respect for your sect. Su Changge, don't be ungrateful. Su Chang replied calmly. Who said you've won? Yi Qingyun struggled to his feet, gripping his sword with both hands. Flames burned in his eyes. Zhou Chen turned shocked. Despite being seriously injured, his spiritual energy is growing stronger? Yi Qingyun charged again. Zhou Chen kicked him away, smashing him into the ground. Yi Qingyun lay unconscious. Su Chang stepped forward. There are many strong people in this world. But passion alone can't save anyone. Are you convinced? Yi Qingyun weakly replied that he had not yet lost. Su Chang placed a hand on his head. Then the sect master will give you another chance. These spiritual energies will stimulate all your potential and help you defeat enemies of higher realms. If you defeat him, I will accept you as my inner disciple and teach you martial arts. Thank you, Yi Qingyun said. His sword began to glow. He drove it into the ground, releasing terrifying energy. Zhou Chen's expression changed. You brat, you want to die? Forcing cultivation will only shorten your life. Su Changge, is this how you teach your apprentice? Su Chang ignored him. Yi Qingyun attacked again. Life and death are determined by fate. When facing a strong opponent, one must become stronger. If I can't pass this test, I can't defend the justice in my heart. Zhou Chen struggled to block. The ground beneath his feet cracked. He lashed out with another kick. Don't blame me if he dies. Yi Qingyun's ribs shattered, but he ignored the pain and raised his sword again. Zhou Chen was stunned. Even with broken ribs, he can still react? Can he no longer feel pain? Damn it, you underestimate me. I'll let you die clearly. He leapt up to meet Yi Qingyun. When their swords collided, terrifying energy erupted. The disciples were blown back, unable even to stand. Su Chang watched silently. In the end, Yi Qingyun lost. Su Chang approached him, inspecting his injuries. 6 broken ribs, 52 stab wounds. Zhou Chen sneered from behind. See? This is like an egg hitting a rock. Hey! Look at me, I'm talking to you. Su Chang remained focused. Several tendons in his hands and feet are broken, his internal organs are ruptured. Zhou Chen placed a hand on Su Chang's shoulder. You have to fight me now. That was his greatest mistake. Su Chang struck. A single, Terrifying blow smashed into Zhou Chen's chest. Blood sprayed everywhere. Everyone was stunned. Bai Chen whispered. He defeated Zhou Chen with just one attack. Another disciple exclaimed. This one-sided crushing isn't even a duel. Zhou Chen's body collapsed to the ground. Su Chang picked up Yi Qingyun and prepared to leave. Clean up the garbage, he said calmly. I'm leaving first. Weakly, Yi Qingyun asked. Sect Master, am I qualified to be your disciple? Su Chang smiled faintly. Certainly impossible. And with that, he threw Yi Qingyun's body into a dark abyss. Night fell over the Jianyun Immortal Sect's mountain. Bai Chen stood quietly, gazing at the beautiful moon hanging in the sky. Soon after, Su Chang arrived. Bai Chen spoke softly. Zhou Chen is dead. The Zhou family no longer has the ability to make demands. They sent someone to say they won't continue entangling with us. They asked you to show mercy and not destroy the Zhou family. Su Chang laughed lightly. Hee. It was an accident. They beat him to death themselves. Shouldn't they have learned their lesson by now? Suddenly, Bai Chen hugged him tightly. What does this mean? She asked. Su Chang froze, confused. Tears shimmered faintly in Bai Chen's eyes as she looked at him. You stepped forward to help me break off the marriage. Does that mean you want to marry me? If you want to marry me, why didn't you tell me? There are so many little goblins around you. What does that mean? Sweat rolled down Su Chang's forehead. He grew nervous. This. The sect has been busy with affairs. It's hard to care about relationships. Besides, I've never been engaged to any other woman. Really? Bai Chen asked, moving closer. Yes, that's true. Su Chang replied anxiously. The moment she heard that, Bai Chen hugged him again, joy spreading across her face. That's good. Since you helped me, everyone in the sect now thinks you're in love with me. You have to take responsibility for me. Inside, Su Chang panicked. How terrible! I finally managed to fool my way through this. Bai Chen then asked casually, by the way, what happened to that disciple? Yi Qingyun? As for him, Su Chang replied calmly, I arranged for him to go to a place that suits him best. The scene shifted. Yi Qingyun lay battered and barely alive. A figure appeared before him. You hate being used and then abandoned by the sect, don't you? The masked man revealed himself. It was Su Chang. He extended his hand. Join the Shura Palace. Then you'll have the final say on what is good and what is evil. Elsewhere, Yao Lan was cultivating, focusing entirely on overcoming her transcendent tribulation. I must succeed this time, she said firmly. Back at Jianyun Immortal Sect, Su Chang stood by his window when the system suddenly appeared. Ding! It has been detected that Yao Lan is about to break through and transform into a dragon. This system reminds the host to dig out her dragon bones at the moment of transformation. Su Chang shouted angrily. Dog system. Have you ever thought that Yao Lan is now in love with me? After her breakthrough, she'll be a huge help to me. Killing her for that little bit of cultivation is useless. The mission level you issued is trash. He grabbed the system's cheeks and squeezed them. Ow. That hurts. The system cried. Please treat me gently. Su Chang laughed devilishly. Wouldn't it be better to help her break through, completely win her over, and make her work for me wholeheartedly? Wouldn't that be wonderful? The system panicked. You bought someone and still want them to count money for you. You are the real devil. Mission revised. Please assist Yao Lan in successfully advancing to the Supreme Realm and condensing dragon bones. Within 2 years, raise her cultivation to the Ancient Emperor realm. The Ancient Emperor will reappear in the world and join the host's forces. Mission reward, 100,000 scum points, 1 million luck points. Mission failure, deduct 100,000 scum points and luck points. Su Chang's interest was piqued. Still, I need to choose the right moment, otherwise, Yao Lan really might have her bones dug out. Elsewhere, 3 dragons hovered in the sky. Brother Longteng, you were right, one said. That woman is right below. She's about to break through. Another sneered. Lan left the demon dragon territory without permission. That violated clan rules. Yet some still want her back as clan leader. They really treat you like heir, big brother Longting. Longting of the demon dragon clan spoke coldly. Who else but me deserves to be clan leader? I won't let that frivolous woman take the position. This is for the future of our clan. Below, Lan focused entirely on her breakthrough. Thunder struck repeatedly, but she raised barriers to block it. From the sky, one dragon said, "Brother Longting, it's almost done." Longting raised his spear. Purple lightning gathered around it as he charged it with thunder. He tore through the clouds, descending rapidly. Lan sensed the killing intent and looked up. Longting struck. The purple thunder spear pierced downward, water exploding into the air. The attack hit directly. His spear stabbed into Lan's chest. "Longting!" she cried. "How did you find me? How many times have I told you I have no interest in being clan leader?" "It doesn't matter what you think," Longting replied coldly. He pushed the spear forward, sending her flying into the water. "Your existence is a sin," he declared. Dark thunder weakened. The calamity was about to end. "If you miss this chance, who knows when the next will come? You're despicable," Lan shouted. "This is life and death," Longting said calmly. "Strategy, not cruelty. What's the point of a sneak attack?" she mocked. "If you're a man, wait until I finish my breakthrough and fight me properly." I need to provoke him, she thought. As long as I can break through, her provocation worked. Longting roared in anger. "We grew up together, trained together, and earned recognition together. Yet no matter how hard I work, I'll never surpass you. The realm I reach with immense effort, you cross it effortlessly. They all say you're a rare genius, the savior of our clan. Because of you, I learned early on that effort means nothing compared to talent." Lan replied calmly. "There's nothing we can do. The world is cruel." "You're right," Longting said as he attacked again, "so don't blame me." His strike hit, injuring her further. From afar, Suchang watched. The system shouted, "Why aren't you acting? Lan is about to be beaten to death. At this rate, you'll never achieve anything great." Suchang smirked. "The worse she's beaten, the more meaningful my rescue will be. The more she'll fall for me. This is the art of controlling people. Watch and learn." "Are you a devil?" the system cried. Suchang thought quietly, "Sister Lan, you must hold on." Lan attacked again, but Longting easily blocked. She tried to punch him. He grabbed her tail and slammed her into the ground. "Weren't you always lazy?" he sneered. "Why so stubborn now? Admit defeat. For old time's sake, I'll only destroy your cultivation and spare your life." Lan spat water in his face. "Screw you!" Longting's rage exploded. "Fine. Now I can kill you without hesitation." He launched a deadly strike. But it was stopped. In a flash, Suchang appeared. Longting was shocked by his speed. Suchang struck him and sent him flying. Suchang caught Lan and held her in his arms. "Sister Lan, don't be afraid. I'm here." Longting steadied himself, inwardly shaken. Such soft yet terrifying power. He neutralized my attack instantly, and repelled me without injury. "How did you get here?" Longting demanded. "My men were on constant alert." Then he saw it. His companions were already dead. Suchang smiled. "You mean them?" Longting was stunned but immediately attacked. Suchang gently set Lan down. "Sister Lan, please wait for me a moment." He gathered energy and formed a barrier. Longting's spear struck it, and shattered instantly. Longting's shock deepened. Suchang lowered his finger. A radiant weapon descended from the sky, his true weapon. He slammed Longting into the ground. Smiling coldly, Suchang said, "In the territory of my genuine immortal sect, dragons must coil and tigers must lie prone. Do you understand?" Suchang then turned to Lan and asked softly, "Sister Lan, do you want me to help you destroy him?" Yao Lan shook her head. Don't hurt him. After I successfully overcome the calamity, I'll fight him again myself. As she spoke, she shot straight into the sky. Yellow energy burst from her body as she poured everything she had into the breakthrough. Su Chang was completely stunned. Sister Yao Lan! The might of heaven is overwhelming. It wants to crush you to pieces. Don't go against the will of heaven. There will be another chance in the future, Yao Lan replied firmly. To ascend to the immortal realm, one must die. Countless corpses lie on the immortal platform. Why not fight to the death right now? Yellow thunder was about to descend. Su Chang rushed forward at once, forming a circular barrier around her, shielding her from the thunder strikes. Yao Lan turned back and looked at him. Changge, why are you doing this? Helping someone overcome a calamity is extremely dangerous. Even if I succeed, my foundation won't be stable. I don't care, Su Chang shouted. I can't watch you die in front of me. Just focus on transforming into a dragon. As long as you survive, I'll find a way to make up for your cultivation later. Hearing this, tears welled up in Yao Lan's eyes. She steadied her heart and focused fully on the breakthrough. You're right. Surviving is the most important thing, she said softly. If it works, I'll turn into a dragon and fly with you across heaven and earth, and make love with you. Su Chang blushed instantly. What kind of scandalous language is that? A thunderous boom followed. Yellow lightning flooded the sky. Below, Longting watched in complete shock. At last, Yao Lan succeeded. She transformed into a stunning dragon girl, having broken through into the dragon realm. She descended and landed before Longting. She raised Su Chang's weapon. The moment she did, Longting instinctively retreated. You relied on others to overcome the tribulation, he sneered. That goes against the will of heaven and makes you a laughingstock. Even if you kill me now, how will you convince others in the future? Yao Lan attacked him with Su Chang's weapon. That kind of thing isn't something a dead man needs to worry about. Longting blocked the strike, but fury burned inside him. He snatched the weapon and counterattacked. A little girl who just broke through, don't be so arrogant. In response, Yao Lan transformed back into her dragon form and tightly coiled around him. Feeling her power, Longting was shaken. What a domineering force! Still, he mocked her. A dog will always eat filth. Using your tail to bind enemies, that's a snake's trick. You're a dragon, don't disgrace dragonkind. Before he could say more, Yao Lan opened her massive jaws and struck. In a single bite, she devoured half his body. I've learned my lesson, she said coldly. I remember every word you said. Longting met a gruesome end as Yao Lan swallowed him whole. She then returned to her half-dragon human form and descended. Su Chang asked quietly, You've cultivated together since childhood. Though you were like fire and water, you were still friends for hundreds of years. Are you really going to eat him like that? Yao Lan answered calmly. Since he came, he must have been prepared to sacrifice his life. The world is vast and devours mountains and rivers. Either you eat me, or I eat you. I'll carry his obsession and manage the demon dragon clan well. She suddenly pressed her lips against Su Chang's, leaning close. Do you remember what I said before, sister? When I became supreme, turned the snake into a dragon, and transformed into human form, I would give you. Seeing the romantic atmosphere, Su Chang panicked. Wait! Right now? Right here? Inside, he screamed, There are 2 half-dead bodies over there. Yao Lan pounced on him. Right now? Right here. The next morning, after the long night finally ended, Su Chang sat comfortably and asked, You've broken through. What are your plans now? Will you return to the Demon Dragon clan? Yao Lan grabbed his ear. What? You want to kick me out? And no! That's not what I meant, Su Chang hurriedly said. At that moment, dark clouds gathered in the sky. Voices echoed everywhere. It's been a long time since a Supreme Realm Great Demon appeared in the Changge territory. Su Chang looked up sharply. So many powerful demons! You've come with ill intentions, haven't you? Trying to steal the dragon bones I just helped create? Countless demons approached, then all knelt before Yaolan. Congratulations to Master Yaolan for transforming from demon to dragon and reaching the supreme realm. All demons have come to pay respects under your protection. We only ask for shelter. Su Chan laughed. So they're here to pledge allegiance. Ha ha. Sister Yaolan, it seems you can start your own sect now. Not interested. Yaolan replied coldly. You demons have been lurking here for a long time, secretly watching my fight with Long Tang. Whoever won would become king. Do you think I didn't know? The demon leader scratched his head. Why do you always say the truth? Another demon laughed. The winner takes all, that's normal. Su Chang waved them off. Hurry and leave. You monsters aren't suitable for my genuine immortal sect. No, the demons cried. If Master Yaolan doesn't agree, we'll kneel here forever. Su Chang warned them coldly. Do as you please. But if you harass my disciples, I'll kill you all. One demon suddenly spoke up. Then why can Lady Yaolan stay, but we can't? I get it. It must be because Sect Master Su likes her. If that's the case, I can do it too. A female demon beside her muttered. Hey, just forget it. But the demon persisted. Maybe Master Su likes my type. His taste is very unique. Master Su, please do cultivate with me. Annoyed, Su Chang punched her straight into the sky. From afar, someone watched secretly. A smile appeared on her face as a phoenix mark on her forehead glowed faintly. Scene shift, Wanqiong Ridge, Wanqiong City. A woman stood at the city gates, welcoming guests. The Divine Object Conference is about to begin. Welcome, everyone, to Wanqiong City. She was Mu Qingqing, the young lord of Wanqiong City. Next, young Master Xianyuan of the Eternal Immortal Dynasty, and the two saints of the Qinglong Holy Land. Yi Feng stepped forward to greet them. Young Master Mi, how have you been? Beside him stood Li Ju, now the holy son of Qinglong Holy Land. Facing Yi Feng was Xianyuan Wuhan, the third prince of the Eternal Immortal Dynasty, who also greeted Mu Qingqing. Another woman entered, Ling Qingqiu, the demon saint. She scoffed. I was wondering who it was, turns out it's you trash again. Walking with you lowers the level of the entire Divine Object Conference. Mo Daotian stood behind her. Seeing him, Yi Feng sneered. Mo Daotian, I've spared you several times. Don't be ungrateful. Mo Daotian muttered awkwardly. Hao, hit me a little bit. Mu Qingqing raised her hand gently. Please calm down, everyone. The Divine Object Conference is a joint effort of the three realms. The elites of all factions gather here to identify heaven and earth divine weapons for the benefit of all realms. Let's not damage the harmony. Still, Ling Qingqiu and Yi Feng confronted each other. Yi Feng snorted and turned away. Humph, for young Master Mu's sake, this saint's son won't tangle with you. Suddenly, Ling Qingqiu lashed out with her whip. Yi Feng dodged easily. What if I insist? Ling Qingqiu sneered. I'm unhappy just looking at your ugly face. Yi Feng's anger flared as he reached for his sword. Sensing a fight, Third Prince quickly formed barriers around himself and his companions. Ling Qingqiu attacked again. Mr. Yi, I don't care if you bully Mo Daotian, but if you belittle demons, you're courting death. Stop talking nonsense. Yi Feng roared. It's my duty to destroy demons, Mo Daotian muttered. You said that. I don't know whether I should be happy or angry. Suddenly, Mu Qingqing unleashed her power, forcibly stopping the clash. The impact struck beside Mo Daotian, blasting him into the air. Feeling her aura, both sides were shaken. What domineering power! The legendary heavenly demon pillar truly lives up to its name. Third Prince sighed. Wanqiong City stands as a neutral ground among the three realms and is respected by all factions, all thanks to this heavenly demon pillar. You're still too young. Mu Qingqing looked at everyone calmly. Can you all calm down now? The scene then shifts to the Changge territory, a remote region belonging to the genuine immortal sect. Feng Wanqing appears, and a terrifying aura erupts from within her body. The aura shoots straight into the sky, spreading outward until it blankets the clouds above. From afar, demons notice it, and their eyes light up with excitement. What an alluring aura! It's prey, perfect prey! As long as we swallow this spiritual energy, our strength will increase drastically. Overjoyed, the demons rush toward Feng Wanqing. When they draw closer, they sneer greedily. Where did this female cultivator come from? She has such abundant spiritual energy. Little girl, didn't anyone tell you not to walk alone at night? I want her head, no one steal it from me. I want her heart. But Feng Wanqing has a different plan altogether. She has been waiting for these demons from the very beginning. Don't you all understand? She says coldly. High-end hunters often appear as prey. At that moment, a formation beneath the demons' feet suddenly activates. Their expressions change instantly. Damn it! So the clown is actually us. This little, she's going to drain us dry. The demons desperately try to flee, but a blazing fire phoenix bursts forth, blocking their escape. Don't even think about running! Feng Wanqing draws her sword. With swift, merciless strikes, she slaughters every demon. One by one, she extracts their cores, then calmly begins absorbing their essence. As the energy surges into her body, the fire phoenix speaks. We set up a spirit-luring formation and absorbed all the great demons that had recently gathered around the sect. After refining them, 60% of the great demon pills can be converted into your spiritual power. With your current realm, it should be enough to deal with that group. The fire phoenix pauses, then warns her seriously. Are you sure you want to go? There's a very high chance you'll die. Feng Wanqing answers without hesitation, her voice resolute. Go. As long as I can get closer to Master, I will die without regret. The fire phoenix falls silent for a moment, then agrees. Feng Wanqing rises into the sky, shouting as she ascends. Even if there are thousands of people. I'm going. Her figure vanishes into the heavens. From afar, Su Chang notices her departure. He says nothing and remains silent. Meanwhile, Wanqiong City, Magic Pillar Square. Mu Qingqing addresses the gathered crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, this divine object conference brings together many different forces, so friction is inevitable. I ask all leaders to restrain your disciples and subordinates, and let us pass this day in peace. Mo Daotian finds her speech unbearably boring and yawns lazily. Suddenly, an attack strikes the barrier above the square. Mu Qingqing's expression changes. What's going on? Yi Feng shouts angrily. Who is it? How dare you attack Wanqiong City? At that moment, a figure descends from above. It is Feng Wanqing. Mo Daotian's eyes widen in shock. That is, Su Changge's little apprentice, Feng Wanqing? Yi Feng is stunned as well. After only a few months, her cultivation has improved this much? Feng Wanqing stands atop the barrier and calmly remarks. This barrier is quite strong. Some cultivators try to stop her, shouting for her not to damage the formation. But Feng Wanqing swings her sword. The barrier shatters. She enters the city. Mu Qingqing turns to her disciples in alarm. She wants to move the Tianke demon pillar. If the seal is loosened and the ancient evil beneath is released, everyone here will be in danger. Stop her. The cultivators rush forward. Where did this evil woman come from? How dare she attack Wanqiong City? Surrender immediately. Feng Wanqing replies coldly. I only want the heavenly demon pillar. I don't want to hurt anyone. But if you try to stop me, don't blame me for being rude. One disciple scoffs. Nonsense. If the pillar breaks and the evil beneath is unleashed, who will take responsibility? You alone? Feng Wanqing spreads her fire phoenix wings. A violent wind surges outward. She looks down as her power shakes the pillar itself. The barrier is already broken. Seeing this, Mu Qingqing's face tightens in panic. The magic pillar's barrier has been breached. At that moment, Mo Daotian rushes to Feng Wanqing's side. Sister Wanqing, are you all right? He asks urgently. Take my advice, don't touch that thing. The evil spirits are sealed beneath it. Feng Wanqing shakes her head slowly. I can sense it. There is no evil spirit down there like you say. She continues calmly. History is always written by the victors. The bad people won, so the good ones were branded as so-called evil spirits. And Mo Daotian bursts into laughter. Sister Wanqing is absolutely right. You're very much to our demon clan's liking. I never liked those people anyway. I'm here to help you. Yi Feng's expression darkens. And Mo Daotian, do you really want to help her? And Mo Daotian grins. Whether I help her or not is secondary. The main thing is, I know you'll try to stop her. And I must stand against you. Yi Feng draws his sword. A dog will always eat filth. He launches an attack at once, and Mo Daotian sneers back. Yi Feng, I'm standing right in front of you. Below, Mu Qingqing is furious. Demon Saint! Are you demons truly determined to become enemies of Wanqiong City? Leng Qingqiu immediately responds. That was purely Mo Daotian's personal action. It has nothing to do with the demon clan. Yi Feng narrows his eyes. His cultivation has increased a lot as well. He continues attacking Mo Daotian relentlessly. Mo Daotian secretly signals Feng Wanqing to hurry. Feng Wanqing channels her power into the pillar. Suddenly, Yi Qingyin appears behind her, launching an attack to stop her. Feng Wanqing spreads her wings, and the fire phoenix manifests fully. Yi Qingyin freezes in shock. Feng Wanqing presses on. Moments later, Mo Daotian crashes into Feng Wanqing from behind. She turns anxiously. Are you okay? Mo Daotian grits his teeth. I haven't admitted defeat yet. Yi Feng has beaten him badly, his face swollen and bruised. Seeing this, Feng Wanqing's heart tightens. It seems, he still can't defeat Yi Feng. I have to hurry. High above, Suchan watches everything silently. Suddenly, the system appears, sounding excited. Feng Wanqing has touched the seal of the Tianke Demon Pillar, triggering a plot mission that did not originally belong to this world. Mission 1. Cut off the master-disciple relationship and help Yi Feng and the others capture Feng Wanqing and seize the Emperor's body. The host will be portrayed as a positive character. Reward: accelerate Feng Wanqing's blackening process. Mission 2. Help Feng Wanqing obtain the Tianke Demon Pillar and take responsibility for all her actions. The host will become the enemy of all righteous forces represented by Yi Feng. Reward: 200,000 luck points, 20,000 scum points. Below, Mu Qingqing snaps back to her senses and shouts. Stop standing around, move out! She grips her whip and charges straight at Feng Wanqing, striking and binding Feng Wanqing's arm with the whip. At the same time, several others rush in from behind to attack. Feng Wanqing clenches the whip with her bare hand, yanks hard, and hurls Mu Qingqing straight toward those attackers. They hastily catch her. Spread out! Mu Qingqing commands. Form the formation! Everyone obeys at once, setting up the array. From below, Third Prince watches intently. I've truly learned a lot today, he murmurs. Not only did I witness the Tianke Demon Pillar, but I also saw the legendary defensive killing formation of Wanqiong City. He sighs. I just don't know how powerful this formation will be when activated by the young city lord. Outnumbered and unable to overpower the enemy. The spiritual power is fierce, and the killing intent is endless. He shakes his head. It's better to avoid it for now. As long as the Green Mountains remain, there will be no shortage of firewood. Retreat is also a strategy. Feng Wanqing clenches her fists. Just one step away, and you want me to give up like this? I refuse. Mu Qingqing glares at her in fury. What an ignorant fool! Feng Wanqing lets out a loud cry. A terrifying surge of energy erupts from her body, spreading violently in all directions. Suddenly, a tremendous explosion shakes the sky. Feng Wanqing is blasted backward, badly injured, and begins falling toward the ground. Mu Qingqing immediately shouts to her disciples. Take her down, now! But before anyone can move, a violent tornado suddenly forms around Feng Wanqing. The disciples halt in shock. Someone has arrived, and saved her. All eyes widen as they look up, wondering who could appear at this moment. It is Su Chang. He stands calmly within the storm and says indifferently, "Give me some face, and let's end this matter." "How about that?" Seeing her master, Feng Wanqing's emotions finally break. Her eyes fill with tears. Su Chang looks at her and scolds softly. "Stupid girl. Have you had enough of this?" Yifeng's heart trembles. Su Changge? Was he here all along? Was this entire incident instigated by him? The moment Mo Daotian sees Su Chang, his face lights up with joy. He runs forward excitedly, trying to hug him, only to be kicked away by Su Chang. Before anything else can happen, Mu Qingqing angrily interrupts. "Is that all? Are you joking with me? I'm going to settle this with you right now." Su Chang calmly forms spiritual threads in his hands. "Oh," he says lightly. "Don't say I didn't give you a chance." The threads instantly pierce into the bodies of every disciple present. "Don't move," Su Chang warns coldly. "Otherwise, your golden elixirs will be destroyed." He looks at Mu Qingqing. "I'll exchange all of your disciples' golden elixirs for you. Is that acceptable now?" Then he glances at Feng Wanqing and continues. "Silly disciple. They say moving the magic pillar will release evil spirits. Are you really not afraid of countless deaths?" Feng Wanqing answers firmly. "No, there's nothing like what they claim down there." Su Chang turns his gaze toward the pillar. Suddenly his expression changes. Black energy begins seeping out from beneath it. "I've changed my mind," Su Chang says slowly. "My apprentice was right. I've decided to take down this magic pillar." Mu Qingqing grits her teeth. "So arrogant. Who is he?" Yi Feng answers grimly. "The leader of the genuine immortal sect in the Changge territory. Strength unknown." Yi Qingyun steps forward. "Young Master Mu, please remain calm. We of the Qinglong Holy Land will not stand by and watch such injustice." Su Chang places 2 fingers gently on Feng Wanqing's forehead, restoring her spiritual energy. "I'll recover some of your spiritual power," he says softly. "Can you hold on?" Feng Wanqing shakes her head stubbornly. "Disciple can do it." Su Chang pats her head. "This is my good disciple." Feng Wanqing steps forward and calls out, "Master, I need to gather my spirit again. Please block them for me, for just a moment." At that instant Yi Feng moves behind Su Chang. "Sect Master Su, Jianyun Immortal Sect is a reputable and righteous sect. How dare you behave like this?" Before he can continue, Mo Daotian steps in front of him. "Brother, leave this kid to me. My big brother is here, why should I be afraid of you? I'm the one borrowing someone else's power." The author can't help but wonder, does he really understand what it means to borrow a tiger's might? Mo Daotian charges forward. "Big brother, please admire my handsome figure." Yi Feng dodges angrily. "Shut up. Stop talking." On the other side, Yi Qingyun points his sword at Su Chang. "It just so happens that I also want to fight you, one-on-one." Su Chang snaps his fingers. "Really? What a pity. You're not qualified enough for me to do it personally." He summons a puppet and orders it forward. Yi Qingyun casually splits the puppet in 2 and smiles mockingly. "What now?" At that moment, the real puppet appears behind him and strikes. Su Chang smiles faintly. "Sorry. I'm not interested in one-on-one fights." Feng Wanqing gathers her power. "Okay, spirit gathering complete." She slashes her sword down onto the magic pillar. The pillar shatters. Seeing this, Mu Qingqing trembles. The magic pillar that Wanqiong City took pride in." Third Prince mutters nervously. "Will whatever was sealed beneath it come out?" Feng Wanqing smiles in relief. "I finally did it." But then she looks down. A blinding light erupts from the ground. Everyone freezes in shock. Mo Daotian strides forward, laughing loudly. "Ha! This prince wants to see what kind of peerless demon it is." Come out! Yi Feng is terrified and instinctively pulls Yi Qingyan back. Mu Qingqing and Third Prince stare at the ground in disbelief. From the radiant light, an ancient scroll emerges. An Emperor War Scroll. Mu Qingqing grabs it, her eyes blazing. It's recorded in our city's ancient texts. This scroll contains the complete cultivation and inheritance of an ancient female war emperor. She laughs excitedly. To think it was hidden beneath the magic pillar! Excellent! With this, I can also step into the heavenly supreme realm. But her joy lasts only an instant. The scroll reacts violently. A loud explosion follows. The scroll shatters, releasing an overwhelming torrent of energy, which surges directly into Feng Wanqing's body. Mu Qingqing gasps in disbelief. This scroll, it actually has its own consciousness. All the energy gathers around Feng Wanqing, and she begins absorbing it. From afar, Su Chang watches with a smile. Not only that, it recognizes its owner, he continues calmly. My intuition was right. There was never any evil spirit under the demon pillar. The winner is the king, the loser is the bandit. Everything else is a lie written by the victor. Feng Wanqing feels the power flooding her body. Such a strong, such a warm power. Brilliant light bursts from her body. Below, Mu Qingqing screams. She's absorbed the treasure of our Wanqiong city. Third Prince covers his face. Such terrifying spiritual fluctuations. Mu Qingqing grinds her teeth in rage. Third Prince quickly advises. Young Master Mu, don't panic. This level of spiritual energy will definitely attract the attention of the great figures of the three realms. Once the spiritual signal is released, they will arrive in spirit form. Su Chang thinks to himself. With energy this extraordinary, the three realms will surely be shaken. The strong will seize it openly by force, while the weak will lurk in the shadows, waiting for a chance. Just then, three powerful figures descend: the Azure Dragon Holy Land, Elder Dry Bones. The Eternal Immortal Dynasty, Elder of the 10,000 Immortals. The Taishian Demon Land, Taiwu Demon Lord. Yi Feng looks up in shock. Elder Dry Bones, you're here! The disciples are stunned. The three great masters of the Azure Dragon Holy Land, the Eternal Immortal Dynasty, and the Taishian Demon Land are all here. All of them are heavenly supreme powerhouses. Su Chang's heart sinks. 3 heavenly supremes. This time, we're in serious trouble. Third Prince laughs lightly. You see, young Master Mu? Justice resides in the hearts of the people. Someone will make the decision for you. Mu Qingqing sneers inwardly. Humph. I'm afraid you're the ones who want a share of the loot. Elder Dry Bones speaks coldly. It seems the seal of the demon pillar has been lifted. Another elder adds. That thing is on this little girl. The third chuckles. If we forcefully extract it, people might say the 3 of us old men are bullying the weak. Ha ha ha. Elder Dry Bones raises his hand. This evil woman stole the magic pillar and released the evil spirit. Enforcing justice on heaven's behalf, how could that be bullying the weak? He roars. Demon, prepare yourself. He attacks Feng Wanqing. Feng Wanqing panics. Oh! The spiritual energy hasn't fully merged yet. In the next instant, Su Chang grabs her by the waist and pulls her back, erecting a powerful barrier that blocks the elder's strike. The other 2 elders attack together, slamming into the barrier. Su Chang grits his teeth, maintaining it with sheer force. Feng Wanqing looks at him, tears forming. Master! I'm sorry. This is all my fault. You don't need to worry about me. Su Chang replies calmly. Don't say anything. With your master here, no one will hurt you. Hearing this, Yao Lan, watching nearby, breaks into a relieved smile. Feng Wanqing resumes absorbing the energy. And then, something begins to emerge from her body. Seeing it, Su Chang's eyes widen in complete shock. At that very moment, a powerful figure descended from the sky, wings spread wide as she landed before everyone. The instant Elder Bones saw her, his soul nearly shattered in fear. The powerful female figure raised her hand and summoned her weapon, standing proudly before the crowd. The moment they recognized her, two elders immediately dropped to their knees, trembling as they begged for forgiveness. "I am old and ignorant," one of them said in fear. "I didn't even know the truth beneath the Tianke demon pillar. I hope Lord John Huang will understand and forgive me," the second elder hurriedly added. "Lord John Huang, we were short-sighted and almost mistook you for a demon spirit. Please punish us, Lord John Huang." Mu Qingqing stared at the scene in shock, trying to make sense of it all. "What's going on? Didn't you agree to help me take back the God of War's legacy? Just tell me how much you want to share, don't put on an act here." The second elder suddenly shouted. "Shut up! Don't contradict His Majesty, the Emperor!" As he spoke, he launched an attack toward Mu Qingqing. Mu Qingqing narrowly dodged, completely confused, as the elder roared. "His Majesty, the War Emperor, was the first to slay demons and monsters in ancient times. Yet you kept claiming there were evil spirits sealed beneath the demon pillar. You almost deceived us." The attack slammed into the ground, triggering a deafening explosion. Mu Qingqing stared at the massive crater, still in disbelief. At that moment, Xiao Yunshu calmly spoke. "This emperor was suppressed beneath this demon pillar for thousands of years. Now only this remnant soul remains. I didn't expect a girl to be the one who would release me. It seems this world still cannot distinguish between right and wrong, between good and evil." But suddenly, Elder Bone appeared behind Xiao Yunshu and launched a sneak attack. "Who can clearly say what truly happened in ancient times?" he shouted. "If you claim you are righteous, does that make you righteous? Even if you truly are the ancient War Emperor, you're only a remnant soul after thousands of years of suppression. I want to see how strong you really are." From a distance, Su Chang watched coldly. The way these people from the Blue Dragon Holy Land act is truly disgusting, he thought. How could it be fake that both the War Emperor's scroll and his residual soul are here? It's obvious. He just wanted to steal the scroll. Xiao Yunshu gently moved her spear. Instantly, terrifying golden energy surged forth. With a single swing, the spear stopped right at Elder Bone's throat. The power of the strike was so overwhelming that the surrounding space itself began to crack. Elder Bone was utterly terrified. Xiao Yunshu looked at him indifferently. "Is this okay?" Overwhelmed, Elder Bone immediately dropped to his knees. "Please forgive me, Your Majesty. For the safety of the three realms, I only took the risk to test you. Your spiritual power is vast and filled with righteousness. You are undoubtedly the ancient War Emperor. Your Majesty truly lives up to the name." Nearby, Emo Daotian burst into loud laughter. "Ha ha! They say those who dare to smoke are heroes. This elder Ku really knows how to do things." Lin Qingqiu quickly cleared things up. "Sorry, what he meant is that a man of insight is a wise man. He's a fool and does not represent our demon clan. Please ignore him." At that moment, Xiao Yunshu began performing a mysterious technique. The three elders were instantly shocked and panicked as they realized what was happening. Their spiritual energy was being absorbed. Using their power, Xiao Yunshu condensed an enormous ball of spiritual energy and calmly said, "Don't worry. This emperor has only absorbed cultivation above the heavenly supreme realm. Your realms have not been lowered. Consider this spiritual energy an apology for your disrespect to this emperor." She then turned and offered the energy to Wanqing. "Take it. Whether you can bear it or not depends on your fate." Wanqing hesitated and looked towards Su Chang. "You can take it," Su Chang said confidently. Hearing her master's words, Wanqing stepped forward. "As long as master is here, I'm not afraid," she thought. She extended both hands and began absorbing the spiritual energy. The power was overwhelming, far beyond what was easy to control. Sweat poured down her face. Just then, Su Chang stepped behind her and supported her. "Don't panic. Absorb it with all your strength. I will protect you." With his support, Wanqing continued absorbing the energy. Brilliant light erupted from her body, astonishing everyone present. Emo Daotian looked on with concern, while Yi Feng silently observed. The third prince sneered. "If you don't have enough capacity to absorb that much spiritual energy at once, you'll definitely explode and die." After some time, Wanqing successfully absorbed all the spiritual energy. Seeing this, Xiao Yunshu smiled approvingly. You truly are the one this emperor chose, she thought. It was no coincidence that you were able to break the demon pillar. This is destiny. Meanwhile, Su Chang reflected silently, refining monster pills, obtaining the War Emperor's inheritance, absorbing supreme spiritual energy. In just one day, my little disciple's strength has nearly reached the limit of the supreme realm. Looking across the entire Changge, no, across the entire three realms, no one among the younger generation can rival her. Suddenly, Mu Qingqing shouted, I don't accept this. The War Emperor's inheritance has been safeguarded by Wenxiong's city for 1,000 years, and now you just take it away? How can this be called justice? Yi Feng echoed her words. What young Master Mu says makes sense. Moreover, without the heavenly demon pillar, hundreds of thousands of people in Wenxiong's city will lose the protective barrier they rely on to survive. Isn't this just another way of letting them live among ruins? Su Chang responded coldly. Not convinced? Then hold it in. Xiao Yunshu then made her announcement. The Eternal Immortal Dynasty, the Jianyun Immortal Sect, and the Taiwu Demon Clan, all forces present bear witness. This emperor hereby promises that Wenxiong's city will be protected by me, the ancient god of war, and this little girl. But if Wenxiong's city dares to bully the weak or commit evil deeds, I will personally destroy it. Do you understand? Hearing this, Mu Qingqing first trembled, then finally nodded. With the emperor's promise, Wenxiong's city is reborn. Qingqing thanks. Elsewhere, Su Chang smiled inwardly. In the world of cultivation, the strong prey on the weak. What justice is there? You still don't know when to stop even after gaining the advantage. Are you really not afraid the War Emperor might wipe out Wenxiong's city in a fit of rage? How naive. Suddenly, Su Chang sensed something terrifying. He looked up. The sky tore apart, and within the space, a massive eye appeared, releasing dense black energy. Su Chang's pupils shrank. What is this terrifying spiritual energy? Mo Daotian also sensed that terrifying spiritual energy. His expression darkened as he looked up at the sky. Something is coming! Wanqing frowned and said in a low voice. They share the same origin as us, but they are far more powerful and domineering. At that moment, a sinister black-hooded figure appeared in the air. Behind him stood 2 or 3 companions, all of them demons, their auras cold and oppressive. Seeing them, Xiao Yunshu narrowed her eyes. This emperor never expected that you could break through the seal of the 10,000 demons' holy ruins. Thousands of years ago, I fought countless wars with you. And now, you want to take advantage of my misfortune and seize my remaining soul? Hearing this, Mu Qingqing's heart skipped a beat. So even this seemingly invincible war emperor has enemies he fears. That means we still have a chance. The black-hooded man sneered. A tiny remnant soul is no longer something to be feared. Xing Xiao, don't take yourself too seriously. Wanqing coldly said. If you don't come for me, then you all. Before she could finish, the black-hooded man and his companions stepped forward together. Their power surged as they formed a formation. From the ground, massive pillars erupted one after another. Mu Qingqing's face turned pale. She had no idea what those pillars were. The pillars resonated with each other, locking everyone in place. Chains shot out from them, sealing the entire area completely. Su Chang leaned toward Wanqing and spoke softly. My little disciple, this situation is becoming more and more complicated. We'd better leave first. Wanqing nodded without hesitation. I'll listen to Master. The two of them quietly began to withdraw, but suddenly, the black-hooded man noticed them. In the blink of an eye, he appeared right in front of Su Chang. Su Chang was startled and immediately stopped. But to everyone's shock, the black-hooded man suddenly dropped to one knee before Su Chang. When Xiao Yunshu saw this, her eyes widened in disbelief. The black-hooded man bowed deeply and said respectfully, Your Highness, Emperor Su. All those in Wenxiong City who dared to contradict you have already been imprisoned by us. Please make your decision. We are willing to serve Your Highness, Emperor Su. Su Chang was completely stunned. Your Highness. Emperor Su? What the hell is that? Do I even know these people? Why don't I have any memory of this? On the other side, Mo Daotian was ecstatic. You really are worthy of being my big brother. Too awesome. Beside him, Yi Feng looked utterly confused. Your Highness Emperor Su? Who, exactly is Su Chang? At that moment, another black-hooded man tossed a token towards Su Chang. Your Highness Emperor Su, please receive the order. Su Chang caught the token between two fingers. These hell demons are existences that even the ancient war emperor fears, he thought. Since they're willing to serve me. He looked down at the name engraved on the token. Qing Emperor. Why shouldn't I? The black-hooded man continued. This is the order of the Qing Emperor. We have obeyed the Qing Emperor's command and delivered this order to your Majesty, Emperor Su. Only you can wield the Qing Emperor order. Xiao Yunshu stared at Su Chang in disbelief. This emperor never realized that you actually knew the legendary Qing Emperor. Su Chang remained calm on the surface, though inwardly he knew full well. I don't know him at all, the black-hooded man then added. Your Majesty Emperor Su, Wanqiong City has already been captured by us. The remnant soul of Emperor Zhan will not last much longer. We can also help you capture those 3 heavenly supremes. Elder Bone immediately shouted. Madness! This is extremely arrogant! Another elder hurriedly said. Elder Ku, please don't speak nonsense. We can't even defeat the remnant soul of the ancient war emperor, let alone these hell demons who have lived for thousands of years. Standing aside, Mu Qingqing listened to everything, her heart pounding. The fate of Wanqiong City, and everyone here, all depends on a single thought from His Highness Su. What should I do? Suddenly, an idea flashed through her mind. Got it! She called out to Su Chang in a gentle, affectionate tone. Her plan was clear, flirt. Master Su is a noble man with a righteous character, she said softly. It is said that divine weapons choose strong men. The ancient heritage of Wanqiong City has been obtained by Sect Master Su and your disciples. This is the greatest honor for Wanqiong City. She paused, her cheeks flushing. And Qingqing personally admires Master Su very much, like an endless river rushing forward. May I ask Master Su to stay in Wanqiong City for a while? Qingqing has some Heart Sutra jade techniques she wishes to discuss with Master Su, late at night. Su Chang was momentarily confused, but suddenly, he sensed a dangerous aura beside him. He turned slightly and noticed Wanqing's expression. She was furious. Cold, terrifying anger radiated from her body. Sweat immediately formed on Su Chang's forehead. Meanwhile, Mo Daotian was extremely excited. Although this young city lord looks ugly, her thoughts are truly beautiful. Just relying on your looks, you think you can ascend to heaven? Ha! Mu Qingqing blushed deeply. Su Chang placed a hand on her shoulder and said calmly, Young Master Mu, although gods and demons have no justice, and good and evil are difficult to distinguish, don't worry. We are not the kind of people who recklessly harm lives. I promise you, no one will die here today. He then looked toward the disciples. As for my disciples injuring some people earlier, I will compensate you all with the Dahuan pill. It will not only heal your injuries, but also elevate your cultivation realms. Hearing this, Mu Qingqing's face lit up with a wide smile. Really? With the protection of Master Su, Lord Zhan Huang, and the ancient prison demons, hundreds of thousands of people in Wanqiong City can continue to survive. Thank you, Master Su. Su Chang felt a quiet sense of pride. But at that moment, a cold voice rang out behind him. Ridiculous! Yi Feng stepped forward, drawing his sword as his aura erupted. How can my well-known, upright family accept protection from evil spirits? Su Chang looked at Yi Feng coldly. So, you have an opinion? Mu Qingqing hurriedly tried to stop Yi Feng. Yi Xingzi! Please stop talking. I put in so much effort just to get Sect Master Su to agree. If you anger him, we'll all be finished. But Yi Feng stood with his sword drawn, his posture unyielding. I follow the righteous path to eliminate evil spirits. It is impossible for me to bow my head. Inside, Mu Qingqing was seething with anger. Damn it! You've been acting pretentious all this time, and now you've offended them and want us all to be buried together? Your so-called justice is completely twisted. Amo Daotian shook his head and said mockingly, Yi Feng, I admire your courage, but where does your confidence come from? Yi Feng then turned to Xiao Yunshu and spoke loudly. Lord War Emperor! Su Chang has colluded with the evil demons of heaven and earth. Everyone should kill him. If Lord Zhan Huang associates with such people, wouldn't that chill the hearts of all under heaven? As his words fell, the surroundings went completely silent. Then, Emo Daotian suddenly burst into loud laughter. Behind him, the black hooded figures also began laughing uproariously. Ha! I was wondering where this kid got his confidence from. So that's it, he wants to occupy the so-called moral high ground, using the War Emperor as a shield to support himself? Ha! One of the black hooded men stepped forward and said, Lord Zhan Huang, do you want to fight? Out of respect for you, we'll definitely give it our all. A terrifying pressure descended upon Xiao Yunshu. Xiao Yunshu frowned inwardly. This bastard, he's trying to push me straight into the flames. Wanqing, feeling uneasy, moved closer to Su Chang. One look at her expression was enough. Su Chang immediately understood her concern and gave her a reassuring glance. Then he stepped forward, positioning himself before Xiao Yunshu, and spoke calmly to the black-hooded figures. Everyone, this female War Emperor is my friend. I won't allow you to touch her. One of the black-hooded men said solemnly. Emperor Qing trusts you deeply. Please don't disappoint him. Your Highness Emperor Su should remember, human War Emperors have always been enemies of Lord Qing Emperor. That sentence instantly angered Su Chang. His tone turned icy as he said sharply, Do I need you to teach me how to do things? If you have objections, tell your master to come see me personally. Stop barking here. The moment they saw Su Chang's furious expression, all the black-hooded figures trembled. Fear overtook them, and they immediately lowered their heads. I wouldn't dare! Seeing Su Chang settle everything with just a few words, Mu Qingqing's eyes sparkled with overwhelming excitement. T2 strong. He resolved everything with a single sentence. The black-hooded figures quickly retreated. Our task here is complete, Your Highness Emperor Su. We shall not meet again. After they left, Xiao Yunshu walked up to Su Chang and said softly, I didn't expect you to have such an extraordinary background. Su Chang replied calmly, What our predecessors did for this world deserves to be remembered by all. How could I just stand by and watch? Xiao Yunshu raised her hand, and a pure surge of energy condensed in her palm. I can give all my inheritance to this little girl, she said, looking at Wanqing. But you must agree to one condition. This is this Emperor's supreme body. It can be preserved for 1,000 years without decay. When you return to the 9th heaven, send my body back to the ancient Shao clan and personally hand it to their current patriarch. Su Chang received her true body with both hands and nodded solemnly. Got it. I will definitely do it. He then asked, May I know your name, senior? Xiao Yunshu replied calmly. This emperor is Xiao Yunshu. As her voice faded, she transformed into a stream of energy and directly entered Wanqing's body. After that, Su Chang snapped his fingers. The locked formation surrounding the area instantly collapsed and dispersed. He turned to Wanqing and said, It's time for us to leave. Just as they were about to depart, a voice suddenly rang out, stopping them. Su Chang turned around. Boom! A sudden attack exploded toward him. Wanqing's heart leapt in panic, worry flooding her face. As the smoke slowly cleared, Su Chang walked out calmly. He had blocked the attack with his bare hand. Standing before him was Yi Feng. Who said you could leave? Yi Feng demanded coldly. Su Chang looked at him, his eyes narrowing slightly. How did this kid's cultivation suddenly increase so much? Activating his vision technique, Su Chang carefully examined Yi Feng's body, and soon, he saw the source of Yi Feng's sudden surge in power. A few minutes earlier, While Su Chang and Xiao Yunshu were talking, Yi Feng glanced behind him and noticed the three elders. Seeing Su Chang and Xiao Yunshu occupied, the three elders were quietly trying to flee the area. Yi Feng immediately noticed them. "Seniors, please stay. I have another plan." Hearing his words, the three elders abruptly stopped. They turned around and faced Yi Feng, standing calmly. Elder Bones sighed and said, "Boy, there's no place for the three of us here anymore. We should leave." The third elder added, "You can see it clearly. We are no match for them. Why insist on disgracing yourself and throwing away your life for nothing?" Yi Feng clenched his fists and said firmly, "Today, the three elders secretly helped me. I swear in the name of the Holy Son of the Azure Dragon that I will repay you in the future. The three elders will never be implicated. Yi Feng alone will bear all responsibility." Hearing this, the second elder glanced at the other two and said, "The resources of the Blue Dragon Holy Land are actually quite good." The third elder nodded. "It's fine. If something goes wrong, let him take responsibility. We can't come here for nothing." Elder Bone hesitated for a moment, then finally nodded as well. Yi Feng immediately sat down in a cultivation posture, preparing to receive their spiritual energy. The three elders only need to use the spiritual energy above the supreme heaven realm to stimulate my internal cultivation, he said. "It won't be tainted by your aura, and no one will notice." The three elders began channeling their energy into Yi Feng. "Boy, we'll do our best. Take care of yourself." Yi Feng gritted his teeth. "I understand. Elders, please leave first." After transferring their energy, the three elders prepared to flee. Before leaving, they warned him, "Boy, don't die! And don't forget what you owe us." Watching all of this, Su Chang narrowed his eyes and thought, this guy really deserves to be the protagonist. He's truly troublesome. At that moment, Mo Daotian pointed at Yi Feng and shouted, "Yi Feng, don't be ungrateful. My big brother is willing to let you live, you should be thankful. If you know what's good for you, get out of here." Ling Qingqiu added coldly, "If you want to show off, don't hide behind me." Just then, an idea flashed through Su Chang's mind. He beckoned Mo Daotian over. Mo Daotian was momentarily confused, but inwardly thrilled. "See?" he said proudly. "His Royal Highness Emperor Su is calling me." Su Chang leaned close and whispered his instructions into Mo Daotian's ear. As Mo Daotian listened, a devilish smile slowly spread across his face. He straightened up confidently and laughed. "Ha ha! Yi Feng, you're really fired up." Yi Feng frowned. Did this guy take the wrong medicine? Without hesitation, Yi Feng launched an attack. "Anyone who stands in my way will die!" Mo Daotian stood there with his eyes closed. He didn't dodge. Seeing this, Yi Feng smiled. He can't dodge this blade. It's a sure hit. But just as the attack landed, Mo Daotian effortlessly dodged it. Yi Feng's eyes widened in disbelief. How did he avoid that so easily? Looking closely, he finally realized the truth. Su Chang was controlling Mo Daotian like a puppet. Thin strands of spiritual threads extended from Su Chang's fingers, tightly connected to Mo Daotian. With that support, Mo Daotian sneered confidently. "Are you stupid? If you can gather spiritual power, then I can control it." As Su Chang manipulated the spiritual threads, Mo Daotian moved accordingly. In an instant, he appeared behind Yi Feng and unleashed a flurry of fierce attacks. Below them, the third prince watched the battle in shock, his heart pounding. Mo Daotian took a deep breath. Then smashed an uppercut straight into Yi Feng's face. Bang! Yi Feng crashed to the ground. Mo Daotian stepped on Yi Feng's face and burst into laughter. "Ha! Yi Feng, you've fallen this far too! So cool!" Humiliation burned through Yi Feng's chest. Rage surged within him. You just wait for me!" Mo Daotian sneered. "This prince rarely wins. Of course I have to grind you into the dirt. Besides, whether I win or not, you were never going to let me go anyway, so why should I give you any face?" Yi Feng trembled with fury, grinding his teeth, but he could say nothing. On the other side, Su Chang glanced at Wanqing. We should leave. He turned and walked away, and Wanqing immediately followed. Seeing this, Dao Tian also prepared to leave. Before going, he laughed loudly at Yifeng. Then I'll be going too. Bye! And with that, the three of them departed, leaving Yifeng behind, furious, humiliated, and burning with hatred. Some time later, Su Chang and Wanqing returned to the genuine immortal sect. The moment they arrived, Su Chang spoke in a cold, stern tone. Feng Wanqing, do you know your crime? Hearing his words, Wanqing immediately dropped to her knees. Please punish me, master! Su Chang said sharply. You privately activated the spirit formation to absorb monsters, trespassed into a forbidden area, and stole the magic pillar. Fortunately, there were no monsters sealed beneath it, otherwise countless people would have suffered. Tell me, which one of these actions was right? Wanqing lowered her head and said softly. Master, I was too eager to achieve success, so I took the risk. Su Chang raised his hand as if to strike her. Seeing this, Wanqing closed her eyes tightly. Master, please punish me. Smack! Su Chang slapped her, sending her collapsing to the ground. If I don't punish you now, he said coldly, you'll only become more arrogant and self-righteous in the future. You'll turn into an even greater disaster. Wanqing struggled to stand up and said hoarsely, Yes, master. I deserve it. Su Chang pressed down with his aura. Kneel before me. You will kneel here for 10 days as punishment. I will also have Wanqiong City send magical medicine and formally apologize for your crimes today. Suddenly, something went wrong. Wanqing felt an unbearable heat surging through her body. Su Chang frowned as he watched her. Wanqing began loosening her clothes unconsciously. It's so hot, she murmured. Su Chang's expression changed. Her spiritual energy is surging. Is she about to suffer chi deviation? He reached out to stabilize her, but Wanqing suddenly grabbed his hand, pressing it tightly between her soft chest. Her tongue slipped out slightly, her expression distorted and unfocused. Su Chang immediately pulled his hand back and placed 2 fingers on her forehead, forcing her spiritual energy to calm. So it's true, he thought grimly. Even the 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix body can't absorb such an enormous amount of spiritual energy at once without awakening. He activated a talisman and said coldly, As your master, I will only protect your body and make sure you don't explode and die. But the pain, cutting your flesh, scraping your bones, and the damage to your meridians caused by your impatience, you must endure all of it. This is the punishment you deserve. Wanqing trembled violently, enduring excruciating pain with all her strength. Su Chang stood silently, watching without softening. Humph! He snorted. At least you still have some shame. Begging your master to ease your suffering never even crossed your mind. As Wanqing's cries grew uncontrollable, Su Chang set up a sound barrier around her, sealing away every sound of pain. Then he turned and left. My little disciple, he thought, you must learn to acknowledge your mistakes. Cultivation is a life and death struggle. The strong prey on the weak. Whether the consequences are good or evil, you must bear them yourself. The next day, Su Chang stood quietly, watching Wanqing kneel in silence. Days passed. Gradually, Wanqing's spiritual energy began to recover. 8 days later, late at night, Su Chang sat calmly, enjoying his wine while observing Wanqing. She was still seated in cultivation, her aura steadily stabilizing and growing stronger. Su Chang smiled faintly. In just 8 days she managed to repair her body. Though she couldn't absorb all the spiritual energy of the monster beast and the war emperor at once, from now on, her growth will be terrifying. Suddenly, boom! A deafening explosion echoed as a pillar of dazzling light shot straight into the sky. Su Chang's gaze sharpened. This strange aura. Whoever is coming, harbors ill intent. Su Chang was about to head out to investigate that strange energy when Shueli suddenly appeared behind him. She looked uneasy as she asked, Su Chang, what exactly is that spiritual power? Su Chang descended and said calmly, Don't worry, Lear. I'll handle it. But Shueli shook her head slightly, her expression growing more troubled. No. I feel like this spiritual power is somewhat familiar. My Dantian is inexplicably restless. Su Chang's eyes narrowed. Her golden core reacted to it. Could it be someone from the Shui family? No, that's impossible. There's no such terrifying spiritual power in the lower world. It must come from the upper 9 heavens. He immediately tried to send her away. Don't worry. Just wait for me at home. I'll be back soon. Shueli hesitated, then said softly, Then, please come back quickly. I'm worried. Su Chang smiled faintly. Don't worry. Go. After Shueli left, Su Chang stood silently for a moment. Then he rose into the sky. Before leaving, he glanced back at Wanqing. My little disciple shouldn't be affected, he thought. After all, the 9 Nether Emperor Phoenix has 2 ancient fighting spirits protecting her body. There's nothing in this underworld that can touch her. But Lear reacted to that spiritual power. That worries me. To be safe, I'll set up a shielding barrier. Whether you're a god or a ghost, I, Su Chang, will come and meet you. Not long after, Su Chang arrived at the source of the spiritual energy. The aura was still surging violently from that place. He spoke coldly. Who are you? And what is your purpose in coming to my genuine immortal sect? At that moment, an old woman in white robes appeared before him. She leaned on a walking staff, her figure faint and unreal. She was a Bai Saint, Bai Juemo. Su Chang's pupils contracted. She has no physical body, and her spirit is unstable. She's only a residual image. Yet even a residual image carries pressure close to that of the supreme heaven. This is not simple. Su Chang was about to greet her when the old woman suddenly activated a mysterious technique. In an instant, rings of strange energy formed around Su Chang, sealing him within. His expression changed. This is the art of time control. The energy completely enveloped him. Where did she send me? He wondered. The past, or the future? Suddenly, an attack came straight at him. Su Chang dodged swiftly. When he looked up to see who had attacked him, his eyes froze. Standing before him, sword in hand, it was Shueli. She attacked again without hesitation. Su Chang dodged once more. Then, she created a clone. Using it, she froze Su Chang in place. A clone? Can't land a hit, so you're trying to freeze me solid? In the next instant, Shueli appeared behind him, launching a lethal strike. Su Chang didn't even have time to dodge. The sword struck his back. Su Chang dropped to one knee. It's been a long time since anyone managed to hurt me. She's not Lear. At least, not the Lear I know. Then he noticed something. Turning his head slightly, he realized the wound inflicted by Shueli had already healed. His shock deepened. The wound is gone? Is this Shueli also a ghost? But my soul was definitely injured. How could a mere spirit damage my soul? If she were a real person, wouldn't that strike have killed me outright? Suddenly, Shueli's sword stopped, its tip hovering right beside Su Chang's eye. Her gaze was cold and merciless. Su Chang, she said slowly, prepare to die. Su Chang called out softly, Lioli. For a brief moment she froze. Her sword wavered, then slowly lowered. She looked at Su Chang with a complicated, sorrowful gaze. But in the next instant, as if recalling something unbearable, the flames of anger reignited in her eyes. She raised her sword again and pointed it straight at him. Don't think I really don't dare to kill you! Su Chang asked urgently. Lear, why are you doing this? Her voice trembled with suppressed fury. 10 years ago, I was your Lear. I gave you everything, and yet you abandoned me. You don't deserve to call me by my name. Su Chang was stunned. 10 years ago? We didn't even know each other 10 years ago. His thoughts raced. When she says 10 years ago, does she mean my present? She's Shueli from 10 years in the future. That must be it. Lear was supposed to cultivate with that old woman for the next 10 years. In her previous life, I never tried to keep her. I ignored her for a full decade. No wonder she harbored such deep resentment. Lear, listen to me, Su Chang said quickly. Things aren't what you think. I never said I would abandon you. You misunderstood. But Shueli shook her head coldly. Su Chang, it's too late to say anything now. She sneered. That's right. I had Shenling wipe out all your forces in the lower world. If you want revenge, then come. I'll fight you to the end. Su Chang's heart sank. Shenling. I see. After tonight, someone from Shenling will come to take Lear away. If I don't handle this properly, Lear will become my enemy. He tried to persuade her again, but Shueli refused to listen. I told you, don't move! She attacked once more. Su Chang dodged her strike and narrowed his eyes. Perfect timing. Let me test how strong you are, 10 years from now. But something felt wrong. Something's off. Just as Su Chang prepared to counterattack, Shueli suddenly retreated. She began forming seals, her aura surging violently. Then, starlight falling. Countless streaks of light crashed down upon Su Chang like a meteor storm. His body was instantly riddled with wounds, blood spilling everywhere as he was slammed to the ground. Barely conscious, Su Chang looked up at her. Shueli stared down at him with icy indifference. Su Chang, goodbye. Go back to the present. At that moment, everything became clear. The future of 10 years later. This entire scene. It was all shown to him by Guillermo. The old woman's figure appeared, her expression calm yet heavy. Do you understand now why a remnant of my spirit traveled 10 years back to find you? Su Chang steadied himself and replied. Thank you, for your concern. Guillermo sighed softly, a trace of sadness in her eyes. Judging by the time, it should be tonight. I couldn't bear to watch my disciple live a life of regret, so I exhausted all my power to send this afterimage back 10 years. Not just for the two of you, she continued, but for the sake of all people under heaven. I hope you can understand. She paused. Su Chang, you must understand. With those words, she vanished. Su Chang clenched his fists. I'll make sure to prevent all of this. If this isn't resolved properly, he thought grimly, it won't just be a matter of making an enemy. When two major forces collide, how many innocent lives will be lost? Soon after, Su Chang returned to his residence. The moment he stepped inside, he called out, Lear? Looking ahead, he froze. Shueli was sitting cross-legged on the bed, immersed in cultivation. Su Chang's eyes widened. Is she about to break through? He instinctively reached out toward her, but suddenly, a powerful surge of energy repelled him, throwing him backward. Shueli slowly opened her eyes. She had broken through. Joy flashed across her face. I actually reached the Earth's supreme realm in one breath. This is amazing. Then she noticed Su Chang sprawled on the floor. She hurriedly said, I'm sorry, Su Chang. Lying there, Su Chang sighed inwardly. Why do I keep getting beaten up lately? He looked at her and asked, Lear, why did you suddenly advance? Shueli smiled brightly. After you left, someone suddenly. Before she could finish, a terrifying aura descended. Su Chang's expression changed instantly. He pulled Shueli behind him. Be careful. In the next moment, an overwhelming force froze Su Chang in place. A figure stepped into the room. It was Guillermo, the Guillermo of the present. She glanced at Su Chang coldly and said, You brat, is that her immortal partner? She snorted. Romantic entanglements are the most troublesome things of all. I might as well just kill you. Su Chang spoke calmly. Senior, if you kill me, I'm afraid Lear won't obey you. Guillermo replied coldly. When she becomes a saint, she will understand my good intentions today. So, go in peace. Just then, Shueli shouted for her to stop. Guillermo glanced at her indifferently. A frog at the bottom of a well believes the sky is the whole world. This man will only disturb your Tao heart. His death is no loss. When you reach the 9th heaven, you'll realize he's nothing more than an ant. Those words ignited Shueli's fury. You must stop, she shouted. Her aura erupted instantly. The moment Bai Juemo sensed it, her expression changed. Xinling, the Xinling bloodline has awakened. In the next breath, Shueli appeared behind her. I'm grateful that you guided my cultivation, she said coldly. But if anyone dares touch him, gods or Buddhas alike, I will destroy them. She struck without hesitation. But the figure shattered. It was only a clone. Shueli froze in shock, while Su Chang thought silently, that move, it's exactly the one from the illusion. So this woman truly is Lier's master. Bai Juemo laughed lightly. Haha, worthy of being the heir of my Xinling bloodline. You actually broke my snow clone. Not bad, very good. She waved her hand. Since you're this determined, and I'm not some heartless demon, I'll spare this boy. The pressure vanished. Su Chang was released and finally breathed a sigh of relief. Bai Juemo turned to Shueli. You've seen it yourself, our spiritual energies share the same origin. You carry my Xinling blood. Come with me, and I guarantee you'll enter the Saint Realm and become the Queen of Xinling within 10 years. How about it? Shueli hesitated. Her gaze drifted unconsciously towards Su Chang. Seeing this, Bai Juemo's expression darkened. So men are still in the way. In that case, I might as well kill him. Su Chang hurriedly stopped her. Senior, please don't. Let me spend the night with her. After a long silence, Bai Juemo finally relented. She turned and left, sealing the room behind her. Inside, only the two of them remained. Su Chang gently covered Shueli's lips. She didn't resist. Instead, she nodded softly. She was ready. Time passed quietly. After their dual cultivation ended, Shueli dressed herself. A gentle smile rested on her face, her aura brighter and purer than before. She leaned her head against Su Chang's shoulder and whispered, Changge, I don't want to leave you. Su Chang pointed toward Wanqing's direction and said softly, Look at my little disciple, Feng Wanqing. An ancient mythical beast protects her body, and she inherited the legacy of the ancient war emperor. With your current supreme cultivation, you can feel how powerful she is. What are your chances against her? Shueli lowered her eyes and remained silent. Su Chang continued, From now on, I'll be surrounded by people like this, each more monstrous and talented than the last. If you stop here, it'll be hard for us to face a world where the strong prey on the weak together. He smiled gently. Don't worry. If I get the chance, I'll visit you. 10 years later, we'll still be together. Shueli looked up, her eyes shining. Really? You'll wait for Lier forever? Of course, Su Chang replied without hesitation. Her face lit up with joy. Then let's go completely crazy tonight. And so, their second round of dual cultivation began. Su Chang sighed softly. Lier, be gentle. The next day, at the back mountain of the Jianyun Immortal Sect, Bai Juemo formed a teleportation portal with a wave of her hand and stepped into it. Behind her stood Shueli, tears welling in her eyes. She didn't want to leave Su Chang at all. Su Chang came to see her off and said gently, Lier, don't worry. I will come find you. Shueli looked at him through her tears and said firmly, Changge, wait for me. I'll become stronger and come back to you. You must wait for me. With that, Shueli stepped into the portal and disappeared. After she left, Su Chang muttered to himself, I finally managed to settle this little girl. This way, we won't become enemies 10 years later, right? I want to return to the upper 9 heavens. The power of Xinling is something I can't touch for now, and that's actually a good thing. The scene shifted to the courtyard outside Su Chang's room in the Jianyun Immortal Sect. Wanqing was still seated, stabilizing her cultivation. Slowly, she opened her eyes and felt the surging power within her body. What a wonderful feeling, she murmured. My body is full of strength. At that moment, Su Chang walked over. You're awake? Seeing her master, Wanqing's face lit up with joy. She ran toward him, but Su Chang knocked her lightly on the head. "This time you recovered by luck," he said sternly. "You are not allowed to steal treasures again. Do you understand?" Wanqing lowered her head obediently. "Got it, master. I know I was wrong. From now on, I'll protect Wanqiong City." Su Chang knocked her on the head again. "And who do you think you are? You haven't even left the mountain yet, but you keep talking about protecting this and that." Wanqing pouted. "Master, if you keep knocking me, I won't grow taller." Just then, a voice sounded nearby. "It seems I came at the wrong time and interrupted your flirting." It was Yaan. Seeing her, Wanqing's eyes brightened. She ran over excitedly. "Sister Yaan! Long time no see, you're here! Did you succeed in turning into a dragon? You look so beautiful now." Yaan smiled softly. "Sister Wanqing, your current state is truly astonishing. The great power in your body is practically overflowing," Wanqing replied with admiration. "The dragon transformation realm of the demon dragon clan is also majestic and overwhelming." Su Chang glanced at the two of them and said casually, "How about you two spar with each other?" Yalan's eyes lit up. "What a great idea! Ever since I became a dragon, I haven't had a chance to play around." Wanqing nodded eagerly. "That works perfectly. I also want to know what level I'm at now." The two rose into the air. Wanqing said sincerely, "Sister Yaan is a very strong opponent. Sister Yaan, please forgive me." Yaan laughed. "The little girl speaks sweetly, but she's ruthless. Don't disappoint me." Below them, Su Chang watched in silence. "Should I really not have suggested this?" Suddenly, fiery phoenix wings emerged from one side of Wanqing's back, while ancient wings of the War Emperor unfolded on the other. "Sister Yaan, be careful!" Wanqing warned. Yalan's eyes narrowed. "Ancient Phoenix. Ancient War Emperor. No wonder you're so arrogant. But your sister Yaan isn't someone to mess with either. I can even eat you." She transformed into a mighty dragon. Wanqing responded calmly. "I'm afraid Wanqing isn't someone who can be slaughtered." The two collided midair. Boom! A terrifying explosion erupted as their energies clashed. Feeling Wanqing's power, Yaan thought in shock, "This little girl isn't bragging. She's no longer ordinary." Wanqing, slightly injured, gritted her teeth inwardly. "So it really takes more than a day or two to subdue a demon dragon that has cultivated for 1,000 years. But if I'm always the weakest one around, master, sooner or later he'll drift further and further away from me. I must win. Only then can I stay by master's side forever." At the same time, Yaan thought coldly, "I can't lose to a junior like her." With renewed determination, both of them rushed forward once more, this time, unleashing their full strength for the next collision. Seeing the situation spiral out of control, Su Chang finally activated his power. Behind him, a gigantic spiritual demon body manifested, towering over the battlefield with overwhelming pressure. He raised his hand and said calmly, "If you both get serious like this, you'll end up hurting each other. You can't continue." Before either of them could respond, two enormous phantom fists shot forward. Boom! Boom! Each fist struck one of them cleanly. Blood spilled from their mouths as they were sent flying. Wanqing's pupils trembled. Is this my master's true power?" Yaan, on the other hand, was completely stunned. "Is this brat trying to kill me? What kind of stopping is this supposed to be?" Su Chang folded his hands behind his back and said solemnly, "Everyone should love each other." A short while later, Su Chang was already in miserable shape. Yaan had beaten him so badly that his face was swollen beyond recognition. Be gentle, Su Chang pleaded weakly. Yaan glared at him. "Did you show any mercy when you hit me just now? Anyone who knows you would think you were stopping us. Anyone who doesn't would think you were trying to kill us. Stop hitting me, Su Chang groaned. After venting her anger, Yaan finally stopped. She lay down beside him, gazing quietly at the sky. "I've stared at this sky for far too long," she said softly. I wanted to take a proper look at you. Su Chang turned his head, confused. What do you mean? At that moment, Yaan gathered energy in her palm. A long spear slowly took shape, radiating ancient dragon might. Su Chang's eyes narrowed. This is Long Ting's dragon spear. You retrieved it. Yaan nodded. To be precise, this is the spear of the demon dragon clan. For thousands of years, it has belonged to the strongest of our kind. Now, it's in my hands. Her gaze sharpened. I will reclaim it, take responsibility, and revive the dragon clan. She then waved her hand, forming a barrier around them. This barrier blocks all outside perception. No one will see or hear anything inside. I may not return for a very long time, so I'll stay here today. She turned slightly and smiled provocatively. I'll devour you. Su Chang laughed and stepped closer, grasping her hands. That's not certain. Who eats whom is still up in the air. And so, Su Chang began dual cultivation with Yaan as well. The scene shifted to another location. Elder Bai and Elder Zhao were walking together. Elder Bai said coldly, The Shura palace that's risen recently is becoming more and more arrogant. When will we? Elder Zhao interrupted. As long as they don't provoke us, it's their own problem. Elder Bai, there's no need to worry. As they continued forward, two disciples greeted them respectfully, but neither elder paid them any attention. Elder Zhao sighed. Master Su is indeed very strong. But lately, I feel more and more that there's always someone stronger out there. What if one day those peerless demon kings truly descend from the ninth heaven? Suddenly, slash! A sword pierced straight through Elder Zhao's chest from behind. His eyes widened in disbelief. He slowly turned around, only to see one of the disciples standing there, smiling eerily, as if controlled by something unseen. Elder Bai's expression changed drastically. Who are you? How dare you control the disciples of the genuine immortal sect? Before she could act, the second disciple attacked her as well. Black energy began to seep into Elder Bai's eyes. A sinister power rapidly took control of her body, and thick streams of dark aura poured out from her face, twisting and writhing like living shadows. At that moment, the disciple standing nearby slowly raised his hand and removed the mask from his face. It was Yi Feng. With a cold smile, he said, That guy named Su Chang definitely never expected this. He continued calmly, The Qinglong Holy Land will cooperate with my Taishian Demon Cave. Senior, we already agreed. I help you find the host of the demon flower and revive the queen, and you help me get rid of Su Chang. The man standing opposite him replied indifferently, Do not worry. As he spoke, his form changed, revealing his true appearance. It was Xian Tianyong of the Taishian Demon Cave. What Su Chang? What genuine immortal sect? Xian Tianyong sneered. They're nothing but nameless nobodies. He then turned his gaze toward Elder Bai's body and nodded with satisfaction. This woman has an excellent physique. Using her body to nourish the demon flower, my emperor will soon break through the seal. Yi Feng's eyes flickered. So the one occupying this body now is the legendary demon queen of your clan? Just as he reached out, a hand suddenly grabbed his wrist. The demon queen, now fully in control of Elder Bai's body, lifted her head and spoke coldly. You'd better not set your sights on this body. In the next instant, she struck Yi Feng, sending him crashing to the ground, badly injured. Your Majesty, I didn't mean it, Yi Feng said hastily, lowering his head. Please calm down. The demon queen's voice was icy. Don't think you can be proud just because you found this body for me. All of you are nothing more than chess pieces. Yi Feng clenched his fists, lowered his gaze, and replied obediently. Yes. Elsewhere, several disciples sensed the sudden change in the atmosphere. They froze in shock, panic spreading across their faces. This terrifying spiritual energy, it's not from our sect. Demons are coming! Laughter echoed through the air. The demon queen descended, her smile filled with malice. With a flick of her hand, countless spiritual threads shot outward like black rain. From the other side, Xian Tianyong appeared, laughing deeply. I haven't seen this black rain in hundreds of years. Still as magnificent as ever. The threads pierced into the disciples' bodies one by one, binding them, controlling them. In just moments, every disciple was ensnared. The demon queen looked down at them and declared coldly, "The genuine immortal sect now belongs to this queen." Not far away, Yi Feng sneered inwardly. "Su Chang, let's see what you can do now." The scene shifted. Yaan stepped forward, gripping her spear. With a graceful leap, she mounted it and summoned a spiritual dragon beneath her feet. Riding atop the dragon, she prepared to depart. Before leaving, she glanced back and said lightly, "See you at the peak one day." Su Chang waved at her calmly. "Take care of yourself." As her figure disappeared into the distance, Su Chang sighed inwardly. What a scoundrel! She played with me and ran away just like that. But it's about time I head back as well. The scene returned to the demon queen and Yi Feng. Yi Feng spoke carefully. "Your Majesty, the genuine immortal sect has many disciples. Why not kill some of them now to weaken Su Chang's power?" The demon queen scoffed. "Idiot! These ants are insignificant. Killing them is meaningless." Her eyes narrowed. "But as long as they remain Su Chang's disciples, he will be restrained by us. You still don't understand." Suddenly, her expression changed. She sensed something. Fear flashed across her face as she instantly moved behind Yi Feng. Slash! A sword descended from the sky. "Senior, what are you doing?" Yi Feng shouted in panic. The attacker was Wanqing. Yi Feng barely managed to block her sword with both hands, his arms trembling violently. Cold sweat rolled down his face as realization struck him. This female demon actually used me as a shield. And with that, the video ends here. So guys, that's all for today. If you want to see the next part, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye.